Come join the journey, pull up a seat. Fandoms united, where we all meet.
If you guys can't tell, we do have some special guests today.
What is?
We have Matt and Rachel from Ozokucon, but as always, we are here as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be included. Thanks.
Yeah. We are collectively one, actually.
Yeah. Are you gonna get up here?
No.
All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to another weekly episode of the Fandom Fusion podcast. With me is Cassie and Chris as always. I'm Rob, and we have our two first official guests to the podcast from Ozokucon, Matt Rachael. Hello.
Hello.
I better make sure the mics work as we're good. We're good.
All right, yeah, we're
Cool.
we're good.
We're golden. Start yelling.
That would be the opposite of Cassie most days when she goes starts to fade off. Microphone.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
But then there are other days where you two are looking at me like...
It's fine. I control the volume, so whatever needs to happen, I got this. But hey, we are very excited to have our first guest here this week. Welcome, guys. Thanks for. I'm glad we can finally do this.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Excited to be here.
We're like a couple months out from the big day, big weekend,
puke in my mouth.
and we're done.
Yeah.
Gonna go vomit real quick. I'll be back in 10. Couple months out.
Can we not talk about
Yeah.
it?
So just any subject but that, and we're done. Couple months out. That's kind of crazy because we haven't really talked about it, but we've talked about it, and like it just keeps creeping up.
Yeah.
Your guests keep getting bigger and bigger. I mean, you getting groups of the groups that you're getting voice actors wise are crazy.
Thanks. It is crazy.
But yeah, we'll get into that more. As you guys know, we do a little bit of news in the beginning, and then we will run into interviewing and asking them tons of questions until they're tired of it.
Would you like to start?
Let's do it.
Oh,
We
you
can
want me to
just go
start?
around?
Sure.
I'll be nice this time.
I didn't have my phone ready, but
You need me to...
So Marvel news, Spider-Man news.
Christian.
Really? We're starting off already?
Yep.
So there are 3 villains teased for the new Spider-Man Brand New Day. 3 of them. Scorpion, Boomerang, which is strange to me, and then Tombstone. I'm excited for Scorpion, excited for Tombstone, especially if they're going to run the...
I thought Noel was, or whatever his name was supposed to be involved in Spider-Man.
That was back when Venom was a thing.
Yeah, the ending of Venom has the post-credit scene where you see dude chained up and he's getting out. And then it was rumored that he was going to be in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, but Venom's done with now. Like, it's all just
Venom's
Sony now.
Done? Like, we're done with Venom? No more?
I mean, with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's done.
Well, I know that much. They could maybe find a new Venom.
Did you watch Craven?
No, I didn't see it, but I like him as a character.
I love the actor.
Yeah.
Like, the actor, to me, killed it for the movie.
He was hot, I will say. Had to get that out there.
Those are the qualifications for casting.
Yeah.
Right. And you're in.
One shirtless scene. This is the greatest movie ever.
No,
We have to watch for the plot.
exactly. Our friends
That's the same reason that he watches High School DxD.
Oh my god. Our friends that we went with, his girlfriend fell asleep for, I'm pretty sure, 85% of the movie. She woke up to the
knocked
scene
out
of him being shirtless, and she's like, "Oh, I'm awake now." Like,
It was a movie. It sucked because he's a very good actor, and I mean, you had him as the adult Quicksilver in the second Avengers and stuff like that. So like,
yeah.
and then he was in Godzilla and a couple other big films. So like, his range is phenomenal. I thought he killed it as the actor and Craven, but the story of the movie was not good. Also, Rhino looked like garbage, and the fight was 4 seconds.
Oh, man. I didn't watch it.
I
Yeah,
didn't see it.
so I don't really know.
Oh, spoiler alert!
That's
Rhino's
all
in
right.
it.
That's all good.
He looks like
Probably
crap,
won't
and the
see it.
fight's 4 seconds. But
It's
yeah,
interesting.
so we got those 3 villains. They're if they're following the video game like they said they were going to, it should be interesting. I'm not used to looking at 4 people.
Yeah, I know.
If I don't look at you, I apologize.
It's all good.
They are doing a Paul Walker documentary for Netflix called Driven, the Paul Walker story. And it's going to be him, the whole Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
But it's called From Fast Cars to Lasting Legacy, Driven, the Paul Walker story. Comes out next year.
I'm surprised they waited this long to do it, to be honest.
I think they're doing this to try and draw hype back to the series because the next Fast and Furious...
Because it won't end.
Well, Vin Diesel just did a little clip saying coming soon, and like now this got announced. Just weird
So what will that be?
timing.
11?
Yeah.
11 movies?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're gonna do 12. 12 ends it. So
Wow.
Is there a reason to why they're doing 12? Like,
I heard that like when it was in its peak that they signed on for just like so many movies. Not really, I guess.
Didn't they
No,
go
Yeah.
to space in the
the
last
future.
one?
I don't even know. That's
so
crazy work.
they put a car in. They put a rocket on a car and went to space for a second.
They're going to like Tartarus or something.
Yeah.
so...
They also
That's
talked about
Tartarus.
they talked about fighting dinosaurs or possibly having a deal with
Get
Transformers.
me out of here.
It's rough.
That's too far.
It's rough.
Wrap it up.
It's rough, and like they're getting more extravagant with like at the end of the last one, they blew up a dam. So Jason Momoa is now the villain, and at the end of the movie, he blows up a dam, and all the water goes and hits Toretto, but he lives. He just like gets
Spoiler
completely
alert.
smoked.
I feel like
I mean,
this was realistic. Like when it first started, it was very much realistic, and now we have dinosaurs.
What's
And really going on here? We're in space.
It's Fast and the Furious meets Jurassic Park.
that's literally what they
Crossover we're
talked
all
about
waiting
doing.
for.
Yeah.
They're gonna ride the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
They're gonna soup them
Hey.
up. Big,
No, I can get
Street
behind
racing
that.
they're
with
gonna soup them
dinosaurs.
up. Hook up some nos to the.
Yeah. I feel like
I can get behind it.
if they were to make like a like the 12th one, I think they should just completely cut everything and just go back to the roots and make like a true Fast and Furious movie.
Well, so these next two were 10, 11, and 12 were supposed to be that, and then they just decided to go the complete opposite way. It was just like, no, we're gonna full send it.
Next question.
Yes.
Is within the 12, does that include like Hobbs and Shaw and the side movies?
Hobbs
Or
and
is
Shaw is not included in the 12.
Okay. So those are just side movies to
Just-
the
yeah.
franchise?
Mhm.
Okay.
Just like Tokyo Drift and stuff.
That's not a part of the 12? I thought that was number 4.
Technically, I thought it was. That's
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite ones. Is Tokyo Drift.
I get okay.
It's the
so
one I've seen.
It wasn't.
One.
I misspoke. It wasn't in the original, but then they tied it in when they brought Han back and stuff. So
Yeah.
like they made it part of the series.
Gotcha.
But it was supposed to just be a spinoff and have its own thing because that was the third one because it went Fast and Furious, Too Fast, and then Tokyo, and then all the nonsense after that. We are getting moving on. We are getting an animated Blue Beetle series.
Ooh, I'd be excited for that.
They are aiming for a 2026 release already.
Do you think they're going to have Homeboy voice him
him?
since he's a voice actor now? Like he's branching into the world of voice acting?
Oh yeah, he was in Don to Don.
Yep.
No,
No.
Sakamoto Days.
Sakamoto Days.
Yes. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, we're terrible at names, so if we just like talk about him or whatever, it's,
I'm sorry
yeah.
to this man.
I mean, how did you pronounce this? Because we'll go with it.
That's probably not right.
I mean, I'm going with it now. But so yes, I hope the actor that played him in the live action is voicing him as well because he was phenomenal. I also need a number 2. Like just
When are they going to come out with the second Blue Beetle movie? Are they not going to?
I don't know.
Oh.
Talk to James Gunn. Right now we got Superman to worry about.
yeah,
You guys excited about Superman?
I am excited about that one.
I'm also excited about it. It's gonna be a big month with that and Fantastic Four. So
What are you are you excited for one more than the other?
I'm
Yes.
more excited for Fantastic Four.
100%.
And then you have that's July, right?
Yep.
Because there's all the animes dropping in
Kaiju
July
number
too.
8, Don to
It's gonna
Don.
be crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good month.
It is.
Not
Yeah.
Peaktober though.
Not leaving my house. Well, except for the movie
I
theater.
was
Go
gonna
see the
say,
movies. Yeah. I didn't think about it. All right. My bad. Amazon Prime is officially set to host an early DCU Superman screening for Amazon Prime Video members on July 7th.
That's me.
That's also me. Oh, you have this news?
No,
Oh.
I have Amazon Prime Video.
Oh, yeah. Well, so do I. So we're watching it July 7th. First watch party? Oh, I screenshot this because this is what you guys do to me all the time.
Oh,
This is one of those just stop touching thing moments.
sorry.
So, if you guys don't know, we have a little segment now. It's now officially in a segment where Robbie hates when scientists touch things, and they just go too far with some of the things that they do.
Like they discovered black oxygen or something, dark oxygen. That is oxygen without
It's in
sunlight.
the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
You can't breathe it, though.
they discovered a kraken. Basically, Robbie was not happy about that one.
Yeah,
There was
I could
there was
probably go
something.
my whole life without doing that.
I'm so sorry.
They also...
I think I'm the opposite. I'm like team metal with everything. I want Jurassic Park to be real, so I'm like. let's
Well, I
work our way
mean, they
towards
just
that.
brought back the
Just away
dire
from-
wolves, and they just brought back the 3 dire wolves,
I'm ready,
and
Game of
then
Thrones, here we go.
they're working with the mammoths, and then they just found live DNA for a dinosaur. So
Amen.
That's
I'm
when
ready.
they need to stop touching things. Don't bring back mammoths.
Yeah, the
They're
first
mammoths
cute.
would
Island
actually
visit.
help the environment.
Would they?
Keep it right
Yeah,
where you
they
found
break
it.
up the ice and stuff and release stuff.
But how far are they going to take it?
Uh,
Until we get a Jurassic Park.
Cassie, just think about it. They're furry elephants.
I'm aware and I love elephants, but I don't know, man. They can stay in the past. They're scary. You said break up the ice? We don't need help with that. Climate change is doing that for
Yeah,
us.
but what they do, there was a whole spiel on it, on why bringing back the mammoths would help the Earth majorly, and breaking up the ice is like this big
Are they gonna
of a thing. Like what they do,
Suck up all the
I have no
problems
idea.
we have? I'm confused.
I don't know. Maybe they'll walk over the bad people. Who knows?
Just
Anyway,
that's so
the
funny.
things of stop touching things. We officially have our first genetically mutated spider,
Oh, with the rat.
and
Nope.
it produces glowing red silk.
Yes. I saw this.
Chris, no.
So what I'm hearing is there's a possibility.
Stop touching things.
Are there
We-
sign-ups for who
Spider-Man?
would like to
Yeah.
get bit?
Yup. That's what I'm saying.
ready.
I mean, easiest way to like knock out just a chunk of the population that just you could be Spider-Man. There's no chance. Start knocking out people.
When we become the first Avengers, you'll be looking back on
Yeah.
this day.
Exactly.
So with it doing red silk, would you be the Scarlet Spider?
Ooh.
That'd be pretty sick.
Spider-Man fans?
Absolutely.
Forget. I didn't know if you were talking about them earlier. Or
Mhm.
I was talking. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. There's also like 4 paragraphs of what they did. I'm not reading all that,
That's fine.
but
I'm with you on that, though, to stop touching things, because that's a no thank you.
that's all I got.
That's all you got? All right, Cassie, what you got?
So a few weeks ago, I brought up to you guys that Converse is doing a collab with Naruto. They have officially come out with all the shoes that they're doing, and I'm so excited.
Ooh,
There is.
They look really good.
locked in.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
So there's Itachi.
I was gonna say you wanna.
I was gonna say there's an Itachi, a Gaara, a Kakashi, Sasuke, and Naruto.
Oh, this is
And
sick.
the soles on the inside of the shoes have the characters on them.
That's really
Oh,
and then
that
the-
is cool.
The back of the shoes, the little metal plate that normally I think says Converse or has the star on it, is the village sign that they have, their headband sign.
Did they figure out how to make these comfortable for people that can't wear those flat shoes? I see
No.
them already.
They said we don't want
We don't care
Robbie to buy
about
them.
we don't care about Robbie and his needs. It's fine.
So
It's fine.
Caleb Swag, that's coming to Ozokucon. He's been doing a huge segment on those shoes.
Really?
So, yeah, if you follow him, he keeps posting about it and stuff.
I should follow him
Yeah, you
at this
should.
point.
He's really cool. So
Does he he's a collector or
yes,
of Converse or just shoes or
many things. Yeah, he's into Labubus right now. We successfully have converted him, I guess. But yeah, he does a lot of like different unboxings and gets sent like
Okay.
figurines and all that.
Oh,
kind of
that's so
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, like gloves to open things and everything. Like
He's
legit. Yeah.
is he gonna do the vendor at Ozokucon, or is he?
He's just a content creator.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's just coming in. He's not just a content creator.
Right.
And interviewing for the Q&As and everything like that. He'll be walking
Sweet.
around. Yeah. So I don't know. I think he's gonna do like the Platinum Pass box, like opening and unboxing and stuff for us to kind of promo that. So
Well, if these come out and he's wearing them there,
Yeah.
we're talking to him.
All right.
And his feet might make it on the podcast.
No, it's not him. It's just his feet. Be like, show them off.
like Wendy Williams. Shook him.
Oh, yes.
Shook him.
Good.
There you go.
Good. Just
It'd be interesting, honestly, because all the cosplayers to see like what are the shoes that you decided to pair with this
Yeah.
look. You know, it's like
Imagine just all Crocs.
seriously.
Man,
I'm excited.
that's not even far fetched either.
Oh, we're gonna see some Croc people there.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
We're the Croc people.
No.
Except Robbie.
I hate Crocs. Not a fan.
Hater.
I'm a Hey Dudes guy. Those are
They
my
have
jam.
Naruto Crocs.
I know.
We still have to buy them.
Almost got me, but I held strong.
They have Demon Slayer Crocs.
Do they really?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
I don't think I knew that
Dragon
one.
Ball Crocs.
The Inosuke ones have fur on them.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Do you have them?
I regretfully don't. They sold out so fast.
Oh
But
my goodness.
My friend Sid, shout out Sid,
Shout out to Sid.
is manager of Crocs at what is
Is
that
it
mall?
Partridge?
Yeah, Partridge.
Partridge
I was gonna say Pandora. I don't know. Anyway, it's Partridge Creek. So she's always got the hookup of what's going on with
that's awesome.
Crocs. Yeah,
The Kakashi one sold out unbelievably
I
fast.
believe it.
The Naruto ones didn't go as fast, but I feel like that was expecting. Kakashi has like pockets around the loop. Oh,
Brandon.
has them.
I will say I'm surprised that we don't see people wearing Naruto Crocs during the Naruto run.
Yeah.
I fully
I think
expected
there's
it.
too many like things on them to where like if you're running, you're just gonna damage them.
There's still time. Don't worry.
No excuses.
Huh?
No excuses.
My
They'll do it
bad.
anyways. Oh,
I have one more. Okay, so Don season 2 new trailer is out, and the show is releasing July 3rd, and I'm very excited. I have not watched the trailer though. If you guys want to see it, if you have
Season
not
one?
seen it yet.
Yes.
No,
I love season one.
read a bit of the manga.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
didn't. I'm kind of like manga first, anime way late to the party usually. But
Yeah, that's
yeah, I
alright.
do. I love it in theory.
Yeah.
And I always feel cool because I'm like I read it.
Yeah, I know
when
what's
the manga
happening.
Came out,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it became big, and I'm like, wait a second, I remember reading this.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how we were
With
soul
Solo.
leveling.
Oh.
Oof.
So what's happening?
Yes.
And we're like, we can't
Right.
tell you.
Yeah.
And she's
Like,
like,
always
but we need to. But like, what happens? Is so and so coming back? And we're like, we.
I swear to God
Can't
that
tell
it
you.
was like it had to have been like 4 years ago that I got the solo leveling for free comic book day. Like I
Okay.
swear it was a free comic book day thing that just I thought looked cool.
Yeah.
And now to see it like be so massive is crazy.
Love it.
Yeah. So
Love it.
What's funny? Like, there was another anime that was supposed to the manga is phenomenal, and then when it was created into an anime, people thought it was going to be huge. And people kept calling it solo leveling, and it was not the right name. Like the clips were tagged incorrectly, and it was I got a cheat skill in another world.
Yep.
And they were just showing he was this out of shape just nerd guy, and then he unlocks this anime world and becomes this buff like insanely strong guy. They kept tagging it with soul leveling. I was like, this looks okay. And then when soul leveling officially announced, I was like, this is nothing like what I
completely
thought.
different.
Like just it was, but people didn't know. Like all they had was the stories back then, and it was manhwa, which wasn't popular really until I would say soul leveling brought attention to it.
Yeah.
did you see that it takes like 10 to 11 months for an
We were
episode?
just talking about that last week.
Yep. That's why.
There's an anime coming out that is trying to double the frame rate that soul leveling's at. And like,
Man.
if you already have a year to make a season of soul leveling, this next anime is going to take forever to get, and like people just
Yeah.
lose interest. We like we don't need them that clean. We just need like
Give us something.
Yeah, like we don't need 18K anime. It's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
We understand it's cartoon animation, but like you make it, 4K, simple stuff, JJK stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don to Don can do it. Like we don't need craziness.
Right.
We just need to be good.
The anime's good.
Anime,
I recommend.
anime's good.
You should watch Don to Don.
Trust me, I've done my fair share of bullying. Like, have you started it yet? Have you watched it yet?
Oh, and why I feel like I'm such a fake fan with this because Alex Lee's my favorite voice actor.
I understand.
So, yeah, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen his work in Don to Don, but yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
It's good though.
Do you guys know who Matt Mercer is?
Yes.
So he plays Sakamoto in
Sakamoto Days.
Yes. We were talking about Don to Don. I forgot we swapped subjects.
Where were we going with this?
I don't know. Well, he brought up Alex Lee, and Alex
Oh, yeah,
Lee is in Sakamoto Days as well. So like that's where
just on
my
a Critical Role.
yes, yeah, he's doing. I don't know if that was like a one shot that he's doing, or if they have like a
Yeah,
campaign
it
that
was
he's
like a
doing with him.
three-part,
Was it?
episode, yeah.
So hear me out. How would you feel if they did a Solo Leveling live action and Alex Lee was Jinwoo?
I actually lose my mind.
Yeah?
Yeah, because
Can confirm.
Did you see? Did you see his photo shoot where he is cosplaying him?
I think so.
He just is him. Like he's perfect
Yeah.
for it. So yeah.
There's
I
a
love
lot of
his
mixed reviews on that one.
I love his booth skit, like the
100%.
one that
Wakey.
Yeah.
erect. Like
I'm pretty sure
You
I
can't
have
do
it saved
that.
on my phone.
yeah, like
And Caitlin on the other side of the booth, and she's like, we can't say that.
yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, he has quickly grown to a favorite. I feel like for everybody. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's not a favorite though? Him putting that frickin' thing on Instagram of him being like, you guys want to know when the new season of Solo
Have you
Leveling
seen
is?
that?
And then he's like, and then he does the feet outro
Yeah,
thing.
the
From the
outro
season.
to
That
Solo
triggers
Leveling.
me.
He's a professional.
He
He's
goes,
a professional troll.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I have
Just-
official news ready, and then it goes to that, and then
I saw so many memes. It was like the most hated feet in
Yeah.
anime.
yep, 100%. Can
Triggers.
confirm we all hate those feet.
Absolutely.
Now, if you put Naruto Crocs on, or
Plot twist.
what?
Someone's gonna cosplay as those feet at the con.
All right,
News?
I have one bit of news here. It is
I had 6. That was. I feel like I just forgot to say stuff last week
yeah, that's what
because I
happens.
didn't even look at stuff. All of a sudden, I had news in my phone.
Yeah. So Star Wars Battlefront 3 is rumored to start, and there is a huge push by the entire fandom for it.
Yeah, I mean, Battlefront 2 is a bookmark of a Star Wars game. So,
Yeah.
like, I could see. I mean, PS2 era,
Yes.
all that stuff. Like, exactly.
What kind of game is it? Is it like a
shooter.
story game or no? Okay, you said a shooter game.
It's like a multiplayer team-based shooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's similar to like, in a sense, it's similar to like Overwatch and that kind of style where you pick a role,
Okay.
and every character plays a little bit different,
Okay.
And then if you like, I forgot how the Jedi mechanic works, but you get so many kills or whatever.
Yeah,
and
you can
be-
unlock a Jedi.
Yeah. So you just randomly get to run around and
Yeah,
go crazy
just-
with a lightsaber for a little bit. Yeah.
Randomly
It's a
run
good
around.
time.
You can be a droid. You can be a stormtrooper. You can be.
In the PS2 one, you could be the roly ones.
Yeah.
I love those ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They're like a ball. They're like roly polies, and then they set up.
Yeah,
like,
with the shields
I
and
have
stuff.
no idea.
Yep.
I'm not a Star Wars
Oh.
person, though. I don't know much
so
about
sorry.
it. I know. I've watched them.
This is
I
what we
watched
deal
1
with.
through 6, and I haven't seen past that. And I don't know
Cassie.
games.
We need you to.
Okay.
When
need
you
you to-
watch Dawn
you
to
wanna-
Dawn, I'll watch
Hey,
more Star Wars.
Deal.
T.
we will do this if you want to go down and ask her what she
Stop.
what she
No.
has and hasn't watched. It will hurt you.
I probably same, to be quite honest. Like vice versa,
Well, that didn't go like I planned.
I know. I know. I'm sorry.
He's too nice.
Her watch history is much stronger. I feel
Oh,
like
sh-
I'm not the best.
Okay.
What were we
Yeah.
just talking about like yesterday? And I was like, how have you not watched?
I know. I don't know. There's so many
I
things
was-
like that.
This
so.
is
Skip
a
the
random
list.
movie.
I don't know.
But I have to ask, have you guys seen the movie Friday?
I have not.
Girl, don't piss me off on this
Oh.
podcast. Of course I have.
Yeah.
It's not. I got
Yep.
I got one.
See what I think the strap has to come up if you want that thing not moving.
It's great.
Okay. I just see
I love Satsuki.
it's like your
I love Satsuki.
No. It's working. It's
your
working.
fidget toy over there. It's
It
fine.
kind of is, and I like that I can put it like kind of twisted a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I
was
just saw you
just-
kept moving it, so
I
I
was
was
trying to
letting
be
you know.
subtle.
Like, I think you have to. I was like, I just think you have to move or
I was
lift the
caught
strap
by
up.
everyone.
Gotcha. I mean, they
What's your
can't see
favorite
what's
Friday?
happening, so it's fine.
What's
What?
your favorite Friday movie?
I mean, there's.
Probably the first one.
I was gonna say,
The 13th.
hey, how many are? Cassie, how many are there?
There's 3, and the 4th one's coming out.
Just checking.
Friday.
It's Chris Tucker and
Ice Cube.
Oh.
Don't help her out. That was gonna be a fun little
Listen.
moment. You're just helping her out too much today.
It'd be like that sometimes.
'cause
he
you're
was
sitting next to her.
baffled that I hadn't even heard of the movie Friday before we got started dating, and I
So
was
good.
Those are classics, man.
we were at my dad's house, and I was like, ask him, Dad, have you seen Friday? He's like, what's Friday? And I said, point blank. That's why I don't know it.
You don't
classics,
get
man.
worried when you hear like a squeaky bicycle and a little ching ching.
I will say
right?
it's been 6 years, and I've only seen a part of the first one. I
That
am
means
failing
Debo's
on it.
coming.
I know the classic. Damn, I know
the
that.
meme. The meme. Yeah.
Okay, so Matt's on board now. He
Yeah,
knows.
I got you.
Lord have mercy.
I got homework to do.
Yeah. All
We
right.
have a whole movie list, and we can give that to you if you
There we
need
go.
to see it.
There we go.
But Matt, your news?
Oh,
Wait. Oh yeah, yours was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Go ahead.
I'm actually surprised that mine wasn't taken. I'm gonna be honest. It feels so like mainstream. And that's that Doomsday got pushed back. So now, yes,
not know that.
it got pushed back officially December 16th, 2026, and it is the same day as the next Dune. So it's now Dunes Day. And I'm up for a 6-hour double feature. I'm not gonna lie. This is what I heard. This is
Does
what I
that
heard.
make Spider-Man come out before that then?
I heard both Doomsday and what's the other one?
Secret Wars?
Both postponed.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
and Spider-Man
Well, wasn't
4.
well, Brand New Day comes out after Doomsday, but before Secret Wars.
July 2026, I think, or 2027. It's July, I'm pretty sure. It's summer.
Yeah, but if it comes out the same year as Doomsday and that got pushed back, that means we're getting the order changed now. Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, then Doomsday, and then you have to wait a year until Secret Wars.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
I know.
as
Do you-
bad as Endgame. Didn't we have to wait over a year for
A
Endgame?
year.
Do you
Yeah.
think they're doing that to have like a Barbie Oppenheimer thingamajig and try to make it a big
That's
thing?
kind of what
A
it's
what?
feeling
Or
like.
Oh,
I don't
like
know. I
the
feel like
two
they're-
big ones.
I feel like they're a little unorganized, but that's just me.
a lot of people are saying that they haven't
Same-
seen the
same
scripts.
page.
They don't know anything
Same page.
about it. They don't even know who's officially in it because
I
they were
think-
supposed to release more of the cast and they haven't.
I think they're still trying to recover from Kang, like the
Okay.
Kang dynasty. That's just me. That's kind of like where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a little unorganized.
I think they also lost their focus with the TV shows.
Yeah.
They just went
Yeah,
crazy
100%.
with production over quality. And I get it. You want to, there's so many stories to cover and there's only so much,
Yeah.
but like I think the Russo brothers usually have such a strong The Russo brothers? Is that
Russo
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, is that Stranger Things? But anyways, they usually have a good vision, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So when they're involved, it feels like things kind of get back on track. And I can only imagine how Kevin is managing like essentially 40 projects at the same time.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like they've learned their lesson, I feel. They've lost the plot a little bit and there's been
Yeah.
some forgotten heroes along the way.
Do you
that
think
was-
this is a good thing for Marvel to do? Like
I do.
recognizing and pushing them back? Like even these big names, like, hey, we want to make sure this isn't
Yeah.
garbage, so we're giving it time to
Well, as
figure
a
it out.
gamer, I feel that some of the most beloved projects have been postponed, and it's usually always a good thing. You know, it's like more time, more development.
The greatest thing they ever did for this.
What are you going to ask me?
Did you play Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2?
I haven't played 2, but I played 1. Yep, I beat 1.
So those both got delayed.
Yep.
And like best games, Spider-Man wise, and really, I mean, I would say for PS5 in general, like it's up there. It was the best thing they did for
Yeah.
that game.
Yeah, because I feel like when the dev team is able to enjoy what they're doing versus pressure of deadlines,
Yep.
it just it becomes a passion project.
It helps with that
Chris
universe.
is so eager to ask me. Are you going to ask me about Metroid?
I was gonna ask you if you think that
my-
delaying and postponing like video games and stuff. How do you feel about GTA 6?
So I
wasn't
personally
expecting
feel, in a very rare instance, I only feel GTA was postponed because it's like political in terms of the awards and such. Like I feel like they don't want to have any. They want to be the only contender for like the spotlight and stuff. I could be way wrong. That could be a controversial take, but I mean, from what they've shown, it looks incredible. So I'm like, yeah.
I would agree, but I also think part of it is originally they were doing online, like it was just standard online and like the campaign. Now they have to worry about like servers being able to handle this and stuff.
Right.
Like now it's not just a video game anymore. Like it has with GTA 5, it has become such a big legitimate role playing game that I think they had to take a step back and go, maybe not so much like less story, more content creation.
Right.
Because they've been playing GTA 5 with servers and role plays have been going on for how long now, and it's still going. So like that, people aren't even gonna. They'll play the campaign, but that'll be a couple weeks, and it's gonna be all role playing. So I feel that's a bit. Yeah, I think that's their big push with this, and why they keep delaying it. Like, yeah, it's gonna look great. I mean, with how games look now, like it's really hard not to. But
It's probably a good thing. I don't know. Usually delays are a good thing.
I mean, it's the biggest meme in the video game genre right now. Is like, we got this before GTA 6.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
The only time that a delay like was super confusing was Metroid Prime 4. I don't know if you guys follow anything about Metroid, but it was announced in like 2018 or something like that at E3, and it was just like a logo shown, and then it was gone forever, and then it came back and they announced, like, a release date, and then the next time we heard about it, they completely disbanded the team and scrapped the project and had to rehire everyone and start over from nothing. It was insane. So like,
was that before or after? Because they had all those live game. Like it was like a game con. I can't think of what it was actually called because they don't do it in person now. It's all online. I had it until I started speaking, and now I can't remember what it's called.
So, Robbie, what you're telling me is we're getting mammoths brought back before we're getting GTA 6.
that is correct.
Yep, the woolly
That's what I'm
mammoth.
hearing.
We're getting the woolly mammoth before GTA
right.
6.
I just want you to
Crazy.
know, the minute you made the comment about it, I was like, I have to. It was sitting.
Anthem was like that too. Anthem got postponed multiple times. Like it got announced one year, and like it took years for them to finally drop it. When they did, it the worst bomb in history. It lasted a couple months and they took it back. Like they gave everyone their money back. It was the biggest video game flop, and I think ever.
Wow.
It was gonna be epic. Like you were in a suit, you fly around this world. It was open explorer. Like it was like Iron Man meets Jurassic Park, kind of like can't think of the video game with the animals are robots and stuff, and it's the girl. I can't think of what it's called.
No idea.
I know.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Just kidding. Those are animal robots, are they not?
I'll look it up.
Just saying. Still a debate. What? Anyone?
Oh.
Any more
Did you
news?
have any news, Rachel?
I did have some news. So this one goes out to the Cartoon Network kids.
Yep.
So Regular Show, Adventure Time, and Gumball are coming back with new content in 2025.
Okay. Do you know if they're just going to be like streaming exclusives or anything like that?
So I do know, well, from what I've seen online, Gumball and Regular Show are going to be exclusive to Hulu.
Okay.
I think because Adventure Time is already on Max, I think they might keep it there, but I don't know. But Adventure Time is supposed to be getting another season and a movie. So
Okay.
I love that stuff. So yeah, I'm super excited about that.
Okay.
And we have Jeremy coming to Ozokucon, so come meet him.
Hey.
That was a huge poll.
Yeah, it was.
And we have Jessica too. Flame Princess and Finn are going to be there.
Good pulls.
Gotta try and get those pops.
Yeah. Gonna have to happen.
I know it sucks.
They're everywhere.
Also, that video game was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I played that game.
No. I hate you. You guys are terrible. This is what I deal with every week. This is what I have to deal with.
It's okay. He loves us. Which one of those shows would you say is definitely your favorite?
Gumball.
Gumball?
I love Gumball.
Yeah,
It is such a goober show. Like, that is just such a comfort show for me. I can sit back and I know I'm going to laugh. Just, no
Please
question.
don't hate me.
No, don't do it.
Oh.
I said, please don't hate me. I started with that,
I won't.
guys.
Honestly,
I know the other two. I'm just. Is it the round head fella?
yeah, so
The cat and the goldfish.
Gumball is the cat, and then Darwin is his
Blue.
goldfish who like comes to
Okay.
life, and it's about their family, like their mom Nicole. Love her, chef's kiss. She's a menace to society.
Shout out to my mom, Nicole.
Shout out to Mom Nicole. Yeah. And then their dad, Richard, he's just a dimwit. He has the intelligence of a basket of turnips.
Yep.
And I love that. Like, it's just hilarious, like all the things that they go through. And then they have a little sister who's smarter than all of them. Her name is Anais. And like it just shows them going to school and all the crazy things that they get into.
Oh, cool.
I love Gumball so much.
I was not allowed to watch a lot of Cartoon Network growing up, so I was like basically a strict Disney kid. So when it comes to Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network shows, I am lacking.
I
I mean,
wouldn't.
they're like those shows that are kind of for kids, but they have like adult undertones to them.
I'm so curious what everyone Cartoon Network era we all grew up with. in
Okay,
this room, 'cause
so that's what I was wondering because, like, you say I couldn't grow up with that. Gumball is not
Yeah, like
as
it's-
old as you think.
Yeah, it's fairly.
teens.
No,
2010?
I would say
No. it's like late.
what was on Cartoon Network when you guys were growing up?
Samurai Jack, Ed
Okay,
and Eddie,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know.
Yeah,
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah, Dexter's Laboratory, Codename Kids Next Door.
Well,
I was
that
born
was-
in '98, so
Oh, that
was
we were
Cartoon
like
Network.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
I would say.
All right, we're all like in the same era.
Minus Cassie.
So Gumball became a thing when I was in high school.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
and
it
I
was
was coming
like-
out of high school, so
Yeah. Oh, you said 2010s.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
1910s.
Yeah, like I'd say
No,
This
what
is
you said that
just-
I was thinking like 2000.
It was released in 2011, and it
Oh.
ran until 2019.
I was gonna say I remember
Okay.
it being big in high school.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I was out of high school.
No, I was.
I'm 95.
you're calling just call him old.
Ah, that didn't feel good.
2012.
2012.
Yep.
And then what year did you graduate?
2012 as well.
2012 as well. Okay.
Yep.
Why
We're
are
not
you throwing me
asking
out? I mean, I graduated in 11, so meh.
Oh, so not that far.
But like, it just wasn't.
We're the
I had.
babies here.
I know.
When did you guys graduate?
16 and 18.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
To make it worse, he was born in 2000.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
I like to throw that out there.
That's
all the
okay.
time.
One of the dancer kids family the other day, they said, yeah, they were born in 2019. I said, people are born there?
Yeah.
What? That's weird.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
A year before COVID? No. Unheard of.
Oof.
Weird.
Man.
It's weird to hear people say, "Oh, you were born in the 1900s." Like,
Don't piss me off.
yeah, right. Like, especially because like now, you like drinking now, it's past
Stop.
2000 now. Like,
Stop.
That
I
is crazy.
like when you see the signs
Yeah.
like you have to be born.
Yeah.
Oh, what
It is
2000?
2004.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
One time we were at the doctor's and he was filling out his form and he put his birth date as 00 and I said, "Sir, I need you to write a 20 in front of that." He's like, "I wasn't born in 1900. I'm pretty sure they know." And I was like, No, I need that. Please write it. I don't know why.
That's crazy work.
It looks disgusting seeing a 2 in front of someone's birth year.
It's disgusting seeing you can drink if you're born in 2004.
Well, listen. So, shout out my niece right now, but she was born in 2015, and so she's turning 10 this year. And I was like, nope, not at all. I was still in high school when you were born. I don't like to think about that.
Wow.
So as you can tell, I'm the old one of the group,
Barely.
the
I was gonna
mature.
say just barely. I'm probably
Yeah.
trailing right behind you.
Well, if you guys can't tell, I'm the cool one of the group.
Okay.
I'm just here.
I just exist.
Want to start off with the questions, Robbie?
Your little throws at me today have been just on fire.
I just want to say it's the server in me. I wait until you're like I'm not going to finish that sentence.
I have food in my mouth.
Yeah. I was going to say your mouth is full.
Sure.
Okay. First question for you guys is just tell us about yourselves. I know that's vague, but
Scrambles to think about things like, who am I? Who do I like?
Identity crisis.
Like myself as a person, or like
I would say, like, for people that, like, we brought you up earlier as far as, like, being part of Ozokucon and stuff, but, like, if you were to let them know who you got, like, to introduce yourselves, per se, or for the,
Okay.
yep.
oh you. I have to think about who I am.
I don't want to do this, please
Gojo
just.
piece of art on the wall. I'm super distracted. Okay. Hi, I'm Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like my leading traits and characteristics is I've always been super artistic. So, apart from Ozokucon, theater, musical theater, dance, that's my world. So I own a performing arts company. Shout out Arsene Performing
Shout out
Arts.
Arsene Performing
We have a show
Arts.
tonight if you're in Macomb. But anyways, so that's my 5 to 9. Outside of my office job.
That's really, I didn't know that. That's really
yeah. So, man, we be.
cool. You both
hustling.
do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rachel, you can answer that. If you want to.
I mean,
I don't know who I am still. Please keep talking.
So that particular world is fairly new to me, but I've like kind of immersed myself in it with him, like, doing the shows and whatnot. He's very much the director, very much, like takes charge, and I just kind of follow when it comes to that.
She's in our show that's going on right now. She plays Demeter, the goddess of the harvest. So,
Oh,
And
cool.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Third show, back to back, actually.
Yeah, that is true.
We have been grinding
We've been
with
grinding.
Arsene.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yep. And then Arsene is the one we're producing and sponsoring the Rocky Horror thing at
Really?
Ozokucon. So that'll be fun. If
That
you've
will
never
be
seen
fun,
it or
yeah.
experienced it, it's an experience.
Rocky Horror Picture
Yeah.
Show?
Yeah.
What?
Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I have not experienced it before, so
I
It
haven't
is
experienced it either, so I'm right
It
there
is an
with you.
18 plus
Okay.
event for obvious
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah.
It is a little bit more downscaled, so it's a shadow cast version of the show, which
Gotcha.
means that like performers will be essentially acting out in front of the movie playing. So you kind of get to see, if you've never seen the movie, you'll get to see that, but then you'll also get to see like the live acting.
Movie's
of it.
pretty raunchy.
It's pretty raunchy.
I will say I didn't even know this really was a thing. So
Oh, it's
It's
That is
super.
cool.
It's super.
So I knew it was a thing. So I cannot agree with you there.
It's a cult classic.
Yep.
So
Okay.
just to nerd out for like 2 seconds. Essentially, when the movie came out, it was horrible. It had one of the worst receptions ever in cinematic history, and it was so bad that people started going to the theater to make fun of it down in front of the screen, and that's how it became like legendary, like a shadow cast. Is that people were learning the script and then going to theaters and performing it live, almost in mockery, and now it's a big Halloween thing. So like around October, every single year, theaters in Michigan put on the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
And it's a blast and a half because like a lot of audience participation. So you swear at the performers,
Yeah.
you make fun of them, you yell at them, you throw toilet paper on the. It's crazy. It's like a big thing. So it's fun.
I
For
thought
the
it was
arts.
just straight a movie or straight up
there is a
movie.
movie.
Yep.
Like I didn't
But
realize there was all
there
of
is
the
a
interaction
following
with
behind it for sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. So if you're ever looking for something fun to like do around Halloween, there's surely a Rocky Horror show going on around somewhere close to you.
Yeah.
And it is crazy. It is like really wild. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely excited for that.
Yep.
When is that? Or that's at the con?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Friday
started
night.
Friday night. Yep. Okay. So it'll be going on in one room if you're up for it.
Yeah.
We have like it's so contrasting. In one room, they're both in the grand ballroom. So one side is Rocky Horror, the other side is laser tag. So that'll be interesting.
One's 18 plus, one's for all ages. That's funny.
Should have just combined them both to
Oh my
just make it interesting.
Talk
Rocky
about-
Horror,
The
laser
Rocky Horror
tag.
people are chasing you. Like, honestly, I
Overstimulation.
kind of love that.
Rocky
Yeah.
Horror laser tag. There you go.
That's
I love
cool.
that.
Hey.
Yeah, so I'm like super artistic. I love all things like that, and then I'm a gamer. I'm a nerd, just through and through. So
We talked a little bit before. You said you were getting into voice acting, or kind of.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to do it. I always thought it was super cool. I've always like since a little kid I've been into just
I can
performing
hear her.
arts. I love it though. She just really wants to be part of this.
This is actually her calm. Usually she's
it.
like,
It's us. It's our spirit.
Yes.
it's like we got chill people here.
That's
I'm
right.
chilling.
That's right. So yeah, I truly though, Persona 5 is what like, which is weird because I've played games my whole life and they've always had acting, but I feel like
Yeah.
that was the first time that they were really telling a story like with their character, and I was so like inundated with that game and have played it 3 times. I just love it so much, and yeah, I just like stopped putting it off and was like, I'm gonna just buy equipment, and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I recently finished my mentorship, an 8-week mentorship program with Cassandra Lee Morris. So that's kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I call her coach because she's like freaking amazing. I'm obsessed with her. And yeah, so that's like it's like my side hustle right now because I don't have as much time to devote to it as I wish I could. And obviously being in Michigan, there's not a ton of opportunity.
Yeah.
As much as I'd love to live in California or something like that, to be in around it, it's not really my style. That like, you know,
Yeah.
no hate, just like I'm just like a little bit more low key these days. So I'd love to be in something someday, but we'll see.
I mean, the cool thing about those, like, if you were to ever get picked up, even though you're in Michigan, like, half the time, as long as you got your own booth, like, you can do it wherever. And then, like, I feel like once you're in one and your foot's in the door, that's when things starts lining up and stuff like that.
It's true. They are still allowing remote work, but most of the studios are prioritizing in studio work.
Oh,
again.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
COVID kind of like deviated that, and obviously like they didn't want to stop projects, but
Right.
that was one of the things that she had shared with us.
Okay.
So they definitely play favorites with the locals, and you know, I had an opportunity for something, and they were like, "Oh, well, you know, you're not in Cali, so it's like,
Oh.
ugh." Yeah.
I'm in
Be right
Michigan.
there.
It's
Yeah,
Just kidding.
basically, I was like, I'm looking at flights. I could get out here, you know, this time, but it's super fast. Like,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they need it, and we're
Yep.
talking like 24 hours. So,
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
It's my turn. So my 9 to 5, very much corporate girly. So after my 5 to 9 is also like theater. I'm finding my passion with that. Like I'm super excited to like continue on this journey with possibly directing in the future. You know, coordinating like shows myself. But right now I am really enjoying like being an ensemble like side character type thing, but I'm very much like an anime girly all day long. I play Mario Kart when it comes to games. That's about it.
So you have a new one coming out for
Yes, don't we have a play date for that?
Switch 2 looks phenomenal. Now that I've looked more into
I was
it.
gonna say now that you've seen it.
Yeah.
Well, the DS attachment, the dual screen attachment is
Yeah.
crazy cool. Like, please don't unplug stuff.
What's she doing?
She wants to get up.
She just hanging out.
Have you seen like the dual screen attachment that plugs into the top?
I don't think I have.
It like
Yeah, I don't
makes
think
it
I've seen that
into
either.
like a old school DS. Like you
love
got
that.
the dual screen going
Oh,
on.
that's
is
cool.
cool.
And it's a full size, so like you get dual full size
I love that.
Switch screens. Yeah, like
Best of both worlds.
genius.
Yeah.
So sorry, continue.
No, you're good. Honestly, I feel like I'm not as exciting as Matthew with voice acting and all the things, but
You want to put a character reel together?
Don't piss me off.
Dave,
as long as you know.
hot topic.
Yeah. But I mean,
Did you act before this, or like when he was like
Like,
trying to bring you
yes.
in? Did you,
He was quick on that.
I
yeah.
ain't putting you on blast.
Oh, this is my everyday.
you don't need that mic anymore. I got it.
Literally, that's why I'm like, just let him talk for me. But I did like little things, like high school things. This is like my first time as an adult, kind of stepping into this world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool. But because my day job is very demanding, I like to be a hermit and like sit on my couch. I like to watch my shows and watch my cartoons and my anime and hang out.
So, Rachel and I, we actually were besties in like
Second
second grade. So
Yeah.
we were playing X-Men at recess, and
We were playing X-Men on the phone, honey.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Wait, I have to know, who were you guys? Like, what characters?
Oh God, I think I was always like Gambit or like Iceman or something like that.
I was always probably Storm or Rogue.
Yep.
Okay.
Like doing something outrageous. Or I loved Kitty.
Oh,
Remember I like
yes.
to phase through things?
Phase through things.
Yes.
So that was the start of the theater love, I really feel. Because when we say play X-Men, like, we were...
I'm about to move this chair and I'm going to hop over it. So
Yep.
make sure you're not in my way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Goobers.
Yep.
Straight goobers.
Yep.
That's funny.
OG.
But yeah, we so we were bestie westies in like elementary school, grade school.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and then we kind of like separated for a while.
Pre-social media days. So you just go dark. And never
Yeah.
Yeah, like
think
Yep.
you're never going to see...
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was leaving the school.
yeah.
So my parents like told me after that year, and so yeah, like we just never just completely disconnected, you know.
And then
20 years
20 years later, we reunited at Yomicon.
at Yomicon.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that wild?
Yep.
Is that the butterfly effect right there?
Kind of.
Yeah, it would have had. And then, crazy enough,
She was Raven
And
and I
he
was
was Beast Boy.
That's sick.
No way.
Seriously.
that was wild.
That was wild.
It was like totally
cool.
meant to be, and we've just kind of been inseparable ever since.
Yep. 'Tis true.
And you know,
Facts.
yeah, that's kind of how that happened.
That we don't have a cute story like that.
Yeah, I did.
They were friends. They kind of like split up, and then we saw him at a Coney Island, and that's how that happened.
There you go.
That was a random, like, he was walking by, and I was like, man, that man looks familiar. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Robbie. Why are you over here?
It's like
And
I
then
live
he's
down
like,
the
I
road
live
now.
here. And we found out we lived 2 minutes away from each other.
Oh my gosh.
And so then
That
I
is
was
cool.
like, no freaking way. And then they bonded over. So when we started dating, he was 18 and Robbie was not 18. So Robbie was like, I'm not hanging out with an 18-year-old. And, but running into them, Robbie was like, wow, he's not an 18-year-old anymore. And then
Yeah,
they
he-
realized they can bond over anime and Funkos.
He's not a
and
dumb
There you
kid
go.
anymore.
this
He's
is how we're
friend.
here.
There you go.
Love that.
Yeah,
That is a cute story.
we
Making us feel better about ourselves.
Yeah, I know.
we worked at me and Cassie met. We worked at a storage facility,
Yeah.
and then I got a different job. So then we just, it went dark. Like we just didn't talk anymore or anything like that. And yeah,
There was social media. We just said F you. We don't want to see
Yeah.
each other. No.
I'm not real good at just like randomly reaching out. So like whatever, scroll through Facebook. I can see what you're doing. But yeah, there's restaurant literally down the road. I ordered food, walked in, and they were like, Robbie! Like, hey. And found out that we lived, literally, it's where they used to live was 5 minutes from here.
He hated it though, because as soon as I found out he lived here, I was like
They were here.
FaceTiming him every day, like showing up at his house every day, wanting
Yeah.
to see his dog, wanting to see
Yeah, I
his
mean,
cat.
it was a rough spot before, so like they were over here all the time, and I don't do much, so like whatever. I'm a big gamer and stuff, so like I'm used to working like
That's cool.
10-hour days, so when I'm not working, I don't want to leave. Like I'm relaxing and stuff, so.
There you go. See,
So then
I love it.
they became a part of my life, and then they found First Form somehow,
Cassie did. She was walking through the mall.
Oh yeah.
and so they went to
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru. That was their first one, and they were like, "Do you want to go?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to go. When is it?" And I was going to go, and then I got scheduled to work that Saturday, so then I couldn't go. And they sent me a video of the guys saying, "Oh, you had to work today? What a drag!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, I gotta go to the next one." And then we went to the next one, and then
Became an obsession
we
after that.
we started talking about like all the Funkos, because at the time I only had 2 totes full.
Yeah.
And
Now
between me
you
and
can
him between me and him, we have over 1,000 together.
Well,
So,
what's
like-
funny about them meeting you guys too is I don't know if you were there, Rachel, that day, or if it was just Matt.
Yeah.
You would know.
The first official time that I technically met you guys
Yes, I was there.
in line for signing
Yeah.
at First Form.
We were
Who
sitting
was
there.
that? Oh, that was Kira. That was Bryce
It was
Pepperbrook.
Bryce. Yeah.
When we were
So
sitting
good.
there, they were
So
like, guys, we have all these business cards. I'm like, well, you two just go pass them out. And then Chris
We
came
always
back
have
and he's
them.
like,
We
so
had
there's a
stickers.
con, by the way. And then
And
now we're
really-
here.
And honestly, like I can't. This is I guess bringing up like the butterfly effect again.
Yeah.
Had you not done that, like I don't know if we would have ever connected because
Yeah.
it's just like it's just was such a random happening.
Yeah.
And like I haven't crossed paths with you guys outside of that on just regular random circumstances. So it's like it's so wild. Like Ricky obviously knows you guys, but I don't know if I would.
Shout out to Ricky.
Yeah, shout out Ricky. He's in Canada right now, Anime North. So stop by the booth.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask like, did he end up going out there? But obviously,
he did. But yeah, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
and like we talked about doing business cards before, but like we never really pulled the trigger. And I saw a deal, so I just bought them. And then
Like the square shaped ones, which I
Yep.
think are so cool.
yeah, had the little cute QR code on the bag, something simple. And I brought my half, not knowing he also brought his, and I was like, I mean, we got through that line pretty quick. There's lots of people. Do we do this? And Casey's like,
Yeah.
go do it.
Meanwhile, we left all of ours in the car, so we're standing in line.
Well, like,
Well,
I
you
think
guys had
that
at
was
least
the,
one.
Dig at me.
Had at least one.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you guys gave me one.
I think
Yeah,
it was
my
pocket or
Very
something like
true,
that.
yeah. I was like, oh no, we left them in the
signing
car.
before that, we only had stickers, and we were like, we should just pass these out. And we're like, and we chickened out. We chickened out. And we
Yeah,
just wouldn't
most
do it.
definitely.
And then we both ended up having these cards, and we're like, do we want to do it? And for whatever reason, we were like, we got to go do it. And we split up. Well, yeah, we got yelled at by
I mean,
Cassie.
it
We
was
got yelled at by
probably
Cassie.
one of like the biggest voice actor signings that they've had.
That line was
so
long. We're like, we got to do it
Oh,
here.
I remember.
How long did you guys wait in line?
Well, you were on the other.
Yeah, you guys were on the other
wall,
side,
So
yeah.
like.
A long time.
We waited too long.
So, question: was that still considered VIP where you guys were, or were you guys just doing general at the time?
I played
if
the
that
fifth
was-
on how we got into the event.
That's
Gotcha.
fair.
Okay,
That's
all right.
fair.
All right.
We'll just say general admission.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bleep. Just
Right.
yeah. So but it all ended up working out. He showed me the card. I think I still have it in my truck. It's like they said just contact them. I was like, I don't know, because like people people just pass these out all the time.
We waited
and-
like an hour and a half. By the time it was like an hour and a half, because we stood by that vending machine and moved like
And
10 feet.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we barely moved. We were on that same side for the longest time.
It was.
Oh.
I think it was.
I was
about
going
an
on
hour.
side quests.
I was like,
they would still be in the same
when
spot.
did you grab my
Yep.
phone?
Yeah, he's a very personable person, so he
Yes.
just likes
Oh
to
my God.
talk and do all kinds of voices for people that's there for
it
him.
was very much appreciated though, because when we finally got there, like we didn't feel rushed and like we were able to say what we wanted to say.
He had so much energy. Like that
He
dude,
It never
did.
runs out.
lives for those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had talked to him on Zoom a couple days before that, and so he was talking to me about that as well, and I was like, oh, I don't know if we can put on the spot, and I was like, talk to Rachel. I'm like, I don't know how to answer these questions right now. He's a really nice guy. I love
Yeah.
Bryce. Yeah, I know that you guys. I don't see any today, but
What?
I've seen that you guys sometimes do like your Funko signing reveals or whatever on
Yes.
the cam. And I was
So,
gonna bring my Inosuke.
I have
'cause I want it
my
to be included.
Kirito's up there. I have his sword signed behind up on the wall, but like anything that we get signed goes up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
We haven't.
yeah, we
Was
haven't.
Bryce the last one?
Yeah, Bryce was the last one that we went
Did
to.
you didn't go to Mark?
No.
Oh.
First one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did meet him. That was actually my first signing. Was Rengoku, I think.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Had to drive.
the bejeebers out of me every
They were
time.
Yelling
keeping
the tasty.
they were keeping tally on how many times he said tasty. But yeah, that was my first signing with them. We had to go all the way out to
Great Lakes.
Was it Great Lakes? Yeah, we had
Yep.
to go all the way out
He's
to Great
so
Lakes.
nice.
He's
And
awesome.
he's been super supportive of Ozokucon and everything.
Yeah,
so.
he's phenomenal. He was really fun to talk to. He kept, he was intrigued by stuff. I 3D printed his sword, so like he not only signed it for me, but he did like a slash with it and stuff like
love
that.
that.
So
Yeah.
it was really really cool.
Yeah.
Was sad we didn't meet him again, but we can still meet him.
Hey,
Uh,
he will be joining us.
yeah, when you're like, well, he's gonna be there. I'm like, let's go.
I know.
I really
I
want to
linked
print
that early
all.
for ya.
I would love to have all the swords from Demon Slayer 3D
That would be
printed and signed, just like displayed. Oh, do you want? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. He was gonna ask, and I was
Go ahead.
No, your question first because his is related to your question.
Okay, this is a question for both of you guys. I did ask Matt a little bit about you guys, and
Yeah, he cheated. I didn't know this happened.
he didn't.
I shouldn't have outed you like that, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
outed him.
So
Yeah, she immediately snitched. She was like, "Well, Chris already talked to him and has all these questions." I'm like, "I have like
tried
6."
my best to like slightly say or subtly say it.
He's like, "Yeah, I texted him and like asked him all these questions." Like, okay, I'll just
To be
leave the
fair-
room. My bad.
When it came to planning the podcast, Robbie's like, "I'm gonna text Matt," and we have the group chat,
I
Right.
forget.
and
I forgot to.
we're like, "Robbie, you never texted," and he's like, "Oh, I did, not with you guys."
You know how many times, you know how many random times I'll forget to respond, or he'll be like, "I didn't even see this," like, blah, 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 and I'll be like,
It's truth.
"My
We
bad."
found out
Completely
today that
forgot.
he's just a busy man.
Well, I will let you know now. I have officially pinned that group
Hey.
up in the top, so I
Climbing
don't
up in the
forget.
ranks.
So bullying does work. Just kidding. Not a hot take. Not saying that.
I have officially fallen victim to Matt's forgetting to send things. So
It's funny
It was
because
sitting there. and I
you
was like-
get the original text and then you get an apology right after. Like,
Yeah,
Sorry, I meant
exact-
to send this. Blah, 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 blah.
Which
Yeah.
is crazy because like I have my phone 24/7 all the time. I always tell people if you don't hear from me in 2 minutes, I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like for real. And so it's
I
so
feel like I'm the same,
unlike
like-
me to be like that. But my ADHD is in a different. It has evolved as a 30-year-old, and it's just that's one of my things. I read text messages lately, and I'm thinking in my mind, like
Right,
I'm
that
like,
you
oh, I
responded
told
and then-
Chris
yeah.
what the answers were.
Con directing for dance and stuff, and like I like as long as you don't forget about us, I don't really care. Like you can whatever.
Never.
Like
Couldn't.
we
I'm
we
an
get a text
Aquarius,
a
we
week
don't
before.
forget.
Hey,
T.
you guys can't go anymore. Like, oh, he just forgot to send this 4 months ago. No big deal.
yeah, you know.
We had that one group. We had that one guest podcast. He's like, we're not having them. They're trash. They're just,
Matt's just sitting there like, I feel like I forgot something.
we watch it.
What's this table for?
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be here?
All right, let's get down into it a little bit. What are your guys' favorite all-time animes?
He looks at me. I know I answered this one already. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's like people either hate it or they love it, and I'm one of the ones. I love it. Injected
Love
into
it.
my veins.
I don't love or hate it. Like it's just. I don't
Just
know.
tell us you hate us then. I mean, that,
Wow. All right.
I'm just
All
kidding.
right.
I love JoJo's Bizarre.
Have you ever seen that Michael Jackson meme? I hate
love
touring.
to
I
tour.
go through hell touring. They're like, Michael, you can't say that. He's like, I love to tour.
That's funny.
So,
I
I'm
love
gonna.
Demon Slayer too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I will be honest with you guys. I've seen a lot of anime. I have not seen JoJo's.
That's okay.
It's on the list though that we have to watch it for
You
the
haven't watched
anime.
JoJo?
See,
Or for the podcast for the anime.
I mean,
I watched the first 3 episodes
it's-
and I just
it's
stopped.
different.
well, I will say, truthfully, are y'all fans of The Office?
Yes.
No.
Oh my! Do you see what I deal with?
Yeah.
I have seen it. I can
wrap
say
it up.
that.
Well, I was.
Yes.
Never mind then. But
Love
I
The
was-
Office. Forget
You
them.
can
What's up?
reference it though.
Okay, perfect. I was just gonna say that I feel Rachel probably disagrees with me,
You're
but
fine.
I feel that especially season 1 is very akin to season 1 of The Office.
Okay.
It's so hard to like.
We talking about
connect with
JoJo's?
JoJo's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
It's comparatively because I love like parts 4, 5, 6. That's where I feel it really like picks up in terms of like the animation and the style and the quirkiness of what the show is like known for. The first like especially part 1 and 2
Yeah.
are just so like early 90s like old
Yeah.
school
Oh,
and
the
it's
graphics
just
and stuff. Yeah.
you know it is slow.
That's
It's
what-
like but the crazy thing is you appreciate part 1 and stuff later on.
Yeah,
because
as
the
you
way
get
the
into
show
it.
ties together is mind blowing.
Okay.
Yes.
You go back and
It's
you're like,
wonderful.
what the heck? Yeah. Are you guys American Horror Story fans?
Yes.
So you know how like every season is its own thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of how JoJo's is. It's like
Okay.
it's connected, interconnected, but it's completely different at the same time.
Do
It's
you
pretty cool.
think it's where it seems pretty simple on the surface level, but it's more complex once you watch it all fully?
I think so.
100%.
Okay.
It's a very deep show.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Especially how it.
That explains why you
No,
don't like it.
we won't spoil it.
Yep.
But
It's nice because like when we ask this question to random people in general, like we usually get Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. So like
The
it's
top
nice,
3, 4.
yeah. Like it's
That we're
nice to
fighting
hear
for.
different stuff that like it's different. So like it's cool to see. Like it's
Yeah.
just not. I don't want every answer to be the standard. I
Just
guess
like,
I
don't
would
say
say.
Demon Slayer. Don't hate on it.
No.
Yeah.
No. Are you ready for the movies?
Oh, I'm so ready. I finished the manga.
Cinemark just put a big old thing in there when I was sitting in line for 20 minutes for Lilo and Stitch. Yeah.
Why are you looking at me for that?
I tried to get us the plush coconut popcorn bucket that, they promoted everywhere. They
Is
were already
out.
sold out. Sat in line for 20 minutes
Out.
to then drive to MJR where we were going to go see it.
Oh my god.
MJR.
Oh. I got beef.
So,
Not fans?
Imagine.
Team Imagine all the way.
All day.
oh really?
You should really look into Cinemark.
Is it because of like the one specifically by you guys, or just in general?
Probably. The one in Macomb is really nice. But then I went to the one in I think it's like Rochester. No, not Rochester. It's like, I don't remember where it was. In a mall somewhere. And I was like, whoa, flashback to 1992. So,
We used to have an Imagine around here. Oh,
we,
no.
we still do. It went from Imagine to AMC, and then now it's back to
loved-
Imagine.
When it went to AMC, I was very stoked because they get the special edition buckets and stuff
Yeah.
Yeah,
more than
that's
anyone. So I'm like, yeah, I only got to drive 15 minutes to get me a bucket, and then it lasted maybe a year, and then it was gone.
right. I will say the AMC that's off Hall Road is really fun for anime events because their theaters are triple
They're
the
huge.
seats. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
500
Really?
seats in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw the Dragon Ball movie with Broly years ago, and it was
think I
the
saw that
most
too.
intense.
Calm down,
it was
Chris.
up there for Avengers experience with the audience, screaming and just
That's cool.
it's yeah, because when you go to if you're at the top, it's like being at Little Caesars.
Yeah.
You're I'm
Yeah.
gonna fall down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
trip and fall.
We should try that out.
MJR has a new theater they just revamped and opened recently.
Okay.
It's called Laser Ultra.
MJR sponsor us.
Oh my gosh.
Every time.
I did see they have that. What is it called? Is it 4DX? Where it's they play the movie on the walls around you, and then the seats shake.
So
and
that is
stuff.
not MJR. I
What
mean,
is
it's
that?
not our MJR.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
I should say,
ours doesn't do
we
that.
are the budget MJR.
We miss you, Ricky.
I was
We're
gonna say
bummed
Ricky's
that-
texting me right now.
Oh.
Oh, hey
Ricky's
Ricky.
here.
How's the show?
We'll actually interview you while you're there.
Yeah,
Just-
you want to answer a question? Ricky, what's your favorite anime?
We should
Not
get
just-
a
he
little
says Naruto.
get a little Ricky VTuber moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly that thing can handle a phone call in somehow, but I couldn't even get a fourth mic to work, so who knows?
User error? Just kidding.
Ouch. So our
Ouch.
MJR is not that fancy if that's what they're offering. That's kind of crazy. I did see that though.
I don't know where it
it's-
is specifically, but I'm I
I-
might have to go
All
there
I
and
know
try
is
it out.
I want to experience a Fast and the Ferocious dinosaurs.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, in that 4D, yeah.
Right.
Does
When Vin Diesel's riding a T-Rex.
Right, that's what I want to feel like too.
That's funny.
So it's called Laser Ultra, but it's a giant screen, and it's the biggest theater they have in there. That
IMAX.
Laser
Is-
Ultra is bigger than IMAX.
Did they change it? Because IMAX was bigger.
Yep. Laser Ultra is supposed to be their biggest, best,
yeah.
amazing sound.
gotcha.
It's supposed to blow IMAX out of the water.
We
okay.
watched Lilo and Stitch and Thunderbolts. Is that the only one?
Yeah.
Thunderbolts
I like
was
it too.
phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
Power
The
friendship.
the villain was.
Oh, don't say that.
I have-
No.
That's what it was.
Oh, no.
I looked over. I'm like,
I love Red Guardian. Just absolute.
The scene
I
when he saves
love-
the girl, and then everybody's like, "Yeah," and then
You should cosplay Red Guardian. You got the beard.
I could do Red Guardian.
What's the?
I tried to get the.
David Harbour.
Yeah, he was in Stranger
Yep.
Things.
He was the Santa in that
Hellboy.
Bad Santa or whatever.
oh yeah, just recently.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
I was gonna say, you guys are naming more mainstream things that I've
Are you,
I
are
got
you sure
that
it was?
one.
Are you sure it was Bad Santa?
I'm pretty sure. He was the
think-
bad
No.
guy that went and killed
No.
everyone.
He wasn't the bad guy.
I like
He
him
was
because
Santa.
I feel like he had a good
That was the
redemption
bad
arc in
Santa.
this one. You know?
He wasn't the bad Santa
I mean, he's going and killing
Right.
everyone,
God,
though, as
yeah.
Santa.
because they stole the gifts from the kid and tried to kill the family.
I mean, there were bad guys, but he's also not a
Violent-
great...
no, it's Violent-
Night?
Violent Night.
Violent Night is with he plays Santa and he's like the Timu version of Santa.
Timu. And
He shows up and he's like, oh, another gift, blah blah blah, and this
Every
kid's like,
crazy
oh my
drunk.
god, and he's like, shut up, kid, just you ain't see me. And then people break in while he's delivering and
Yep.
hold the family hostage, and he's like, I guess I gotta do something here, and then he fights them all off, starts murking people as Santa Claus. It's hilarious.
Love it.
He also was Hellboy, which
Really?
Was he
Hellboy and what?
Wait, I thought Thanos was.
Everyone's
I was gonna
Hellboy.
say, hold on, because that was Ron Perlman in like the live action.
the second one. So Ron Perlman had Hellboy and Hellboy 2 Golden Army. But
I
then
love
Hellboy,
Hellboy.
2019.
he was
Was
the next Hellboy. It was more comic accurate rather than just what they did. Don't get me wrong. Ron Perlman will always be Hellboy. Also, the dude that played... oh, God. The water guy. Abe. He was phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He actually played Abe, and he played the weird no eyes, like... fortune teller thing and the
Yeah,
second one, but he was really good. But David played him in a revamp or a reboot. It was more comic accurate. It was kind of like what they did with
Where
Ghost
was that
Rider.
released?
What did you say?
2019.
2019.
Was it like was it in theaters?
Yeah, it hit
Wow, I
theaters
must
and
have missed
stuff.
that one.
It
Beginning
wasn't
of COVID.
received well.
Oh.
It wasn't received well
2020
because
was
it was
COVID.
more eerie. Like they didn't really hold back on the gore. But like it was fun. Like if you've ever read comics of it, like it portrayed it fairly well, and like it had little funny moments, and it's like a dark comedy. Hellboy is like dark comedy, like with action. Like he has dumb funny moments, and like the people he deals with look very odd, and then they don't sound eerie at all, and like it's good. It's good.
Interesting.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Actually, since they're both fan of
Hellboy?
JoJo's.
Oh.
I was about to say, let's get back to JoJo.
Yeah. All right. Just because I know a little bit about it, who's your guys' favorite Joestar?
Oof. I feel like that one's a hard one for me. Because I fell in love with Jotaro first. Because, like, part 3 raised me. I've seen it so many times. I just love it. But I love Giorno as well.
Okay. I know a lot of people say Jonathan. And I don't know too much about him.
He's beloved, so he's the first one.
Okay.
He's OG. Spoiler alert. Well, I mean, I guess it's not a spoiler. Y'all have 20 years
Yeah.
over. But he's like the original one where Dio, who's like the villain throughout the whole bloodline, steals his body. And so Dio is Wilden in this man's body.
Okay.
And so Dio's child, his first child, well, not his first child, but the first JoJo that we see from Dio in Jonathan's body is Giorno. Part 5, so swaggy. Like, stands are so cool. And one thing I really love about JoJo is like the music references. So if you like love music, like you can pick out the references for each one. I feel like part 5 had the ones. They had
that's cool.
Yeah, they had Notorious Big. Love it.
So with JoJo's, it's from my understanding, there's two. Basically, it revolves around two families, correct?
It's like one. So it's
Okay.
the Joestars.
Yep.
But then the Brandos.
That's such a huge spoiler.
Like if I get to talking about it, I'm gonna yap about it.
No,
It's
you're
out.
good.
It's our fault for not
Yeah.
watching it, so you guys are good.
So yeah, that's kind of like what Rachel was explaining a little bit. Is like it technically is Jonathan's family, like the Joestars. But what happens is like he gets killed, and Dio, like his head is like attaches to Jonathan's body.
It's like a whole thing because he like turns into a vampire.
So it's Dio, but it's Jonathan's blood.
body. Yeah,
Okay.
like his
the
actual
rest of-
body.
Mind Jonathan's body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's they're two separate like people
Yeah.
and families, but like technically like Giorno by like DNA is both of
Yeah,
their
yeah.
sons, I guess. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's so weird.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jonathan.
It's bizarre.
Ah.
So Jonathan had Joseph,
Mm-hmm.
or no, actually Jonathan had Lisa, and then Lisa had Joseph, and then Joseph carried on like the Joestar bloodline. So you really follow Joseph, yeah, like Jotaro, who's his grandson, and then Jolene, who's Jotaro's daughter. But then you have Giorno, who's Dio's son, because Dio was wild in Jonathan's body.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's
Yeah.
It is.
It's crazy.
Does it sound more interesting now for you guys to watch?
It does.
I've seen a lot of clips about it.
I don't know
It's like,
anything
no.
about JoJo's, so
I feel
like.
like that was a good like dodge there. Like, oh, I've seen clips. It's, you know.
No, I really didn't know a single thing about JoJo. So I'm really bad with old animation. I'm gonna be honest. Like I am
That's why I
turned
said
off by a
One
lot.
Piece.
That's why I struggled too.
I
What'd
like
you say about
one.
One
Yeah.
Piece?
Yup.
I said, hold on a second.
The disrespect in this house.
Because like
My voice cracked. That's how
his favorite
bewildered
is
I am.
OG Dragon Ball. I'm currently watching Dragon Ball Z,
Oh,
but I'm struggling with
Oh.
Dragon Ball Z even.
oh,
For real.
the disrespect in this house.
Hey, we got support on One Piece though, so that's cool.
Listen,
Yeah.
I like Dragon Ball. I just don't like.
Oh, you should
the
show her your
OG
ring.
days. And like 16 episodes of going Super Saiyan is just a bit much.
Hold on. I
Wah,
Am I gonna get
wah.
Get rid of
canceled? Am I gonna get canceled?
Wah, wah.
OG
I
Dragon
know.
Ball when he was a
Let
kid.
me know when you want me to
Yeah.
turn the
There's
camera off.
no, yeah, right. There's no Super Saiyan stuff like
I
that.
know,
It's
I know.
basically purely martial arts based, and
gotcha.
that's
17 episodes for like a
lot of
30-second
nothing.
fight or
I
something.
mean, I'm not gonna hold you. So when I was watching that many moons
I love
ago,
this.
like it was like all we kind of knew was like that build up anime kind of style. Like you gotta give him your life force
Yeah.
for 57 years. You know what I'm saying? But now that we have so much more anime that's fast paced, it's
Yeah.
like y'all cannot continue to do this to us.
Yeah.
Like y'all have got to do better.
How's Daima? Is Daima like new gen pacing or is
Yeah.
it like OG pacing?
Daima is definitely new gen pacing. If
I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
So did
No.
you guys grow up watching anime? Like, did you watch it on TV?
Yes, I did.
Well,
Did your TV had a back? Did your TV have a back on it?
yes,
I'm just asking.
yep. I don't remember like growing up watching anime consistently because I feel like I watched random episodes on like Toonami,
Okay.
you know, and then you
Yep.
had to like do like YouTube and it's in like 25 parts.
Yep.
And so you're confused. You're like, wait, I don't know if I've seen this, if this is the same episode.
And YouTube
anymore.
wasn't as consistent or as
Yeah.
updated back then. So
Yep.
like, it was 25 videos, but it was 25 different people that uploaded it,
Yep.
and like you would have.
the cuts were never the same.
correct.
Well, like the screen sizes were like full screen.
Yep.
One
Oh,
off
yeah.
from
Out
this
in the corner.
or over here,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
"What is happening?"
Yep.
Like
it was a whole different era. So like today's anime kids growing
Oh,
up,
they
they've
got
got
watching
it
the
made.
pain
Easy.
fight in Naruto back then was a nightmare because like you wanted to watch it
You know,
and
I
like
never
it was
even
just
thought about that.
It sucked.
I didn't get introduced to Naruto until like later, so
Okay.
I did not thankfully have to go through all that, like trying to search what website to go through and all
It
that.
was not fun because it was
I-
only on like you said, Toonami. Like
Yeah.
Saturday mornings was when Naruto was showing along with Dragon Ball, or you had to wait for Adult Swim at night to try and
Right.
catch it.
Yeah, I would watch like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff.
I'm okay. I mean, I'm with you.
Like, yeah, like whatever was like actually on TV
Yeah.
is what I was watching at the time.
Yu-Gi-Oh! You had Metabots back then. you
And
had
Yasha.
Unlocked Henry. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Such a slept-on show.
Shout out to Hamtaro real quick. I loved Hamtaro. Ooh.
I'm like actually watching One Piece legitimately in order for like the first time in my life, and we've been talking about it so much because my like anime knowledge is so muddy water because I played the games so much and I read the manga so much that I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I've actually seen
Seen
this. Like I already know this, so did I see it? How do I
Right.
know it? You know, and I know things that I shouldn't know because it's way later, and I'm
Right.
like, I'm just confused. I'm a whole mess. You know what I mean?
So you're Chris because Chris has read so many mangas. He's
I love
like,
manga.
well, I know what I know what's happening. And we're like, hey, why don't you shut up?
Yeah. I love manga because I'm a super fast reader. Last year I read 108 books.
I can't relate to that one.
So in the last couple months, I bought a e-reader, and I'm trying to pick up more and go through because I have physical copies down there, but like when I'm at work, I'm like,
Exactly.
It's just clicking a button on a screen real quick to burn through it.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's
Soul
true.
Leveling was my first series on that, and it worked out great. So
Love it.
it's what I'm trying to.
I love
work
Solo
myself
so much.
through.
I was like, I have got to pick that up and read it. So that's actually on my to-do list to do.
I love like art. Like I'm such a sucker for like that old saying that's like you can't judge a book by its cover, and I'm like that's exactly why I buy 99% of what I have.
Like that stuff too. It's one of the first ones that are introducing the story in color now. So like manga is all
Yeah.
black and white.
Right.
Yeah.
Manhwa's Soul Leveling stuff. I think Kaiju 8 is starting to do it. No,
Or at least the first little insert. They
yeah.
always have like
Vinland Saga. Like those are all like it's like a comic book manga rather than just what the black and white. And some people don't think it matters. To me, it makes the story feel better. Like reading it connects you more.
Sure.
But
Yeah, I feel that.
so.
Oh,
Was
did you say who your favorite Joestar was?
It's also Giorno.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Just a couple other quick questions here before we get into Ozokucon.
Yeah.
Just a couple more questions about you guys. If you guys could be isekai into any anime,
Oh goodness.
what would it be?
So I'll let you guys know
love this question.
before you got here, before we started, he goes, I have one question that I'm asking. You guys cannot do it. And we're like, okay. And then like a hot second happened. Like, what is it? So he tells us that. I'm like, here we go.
And I said it better be a vending machine.
Oh God. Do you know about that anime?
I do actually.
What is it?
He reincarnated as a
machine.
vending
Yes.
machine. What are we doing?
What are we doing with all those
I'm
reincarnated
so
as?
over it.
Okay,
Insert
whoa,
item.
whoa.
I'm right there with
It's just
Listen.
a little bit unnecessary.
Slime isekai is the best isekai out
I
there.
knew you were gonna say that.
It is the best.
I knew.
I do like slime.
Thank you.
My chapstick.
Good for you.
This is a Matt Munn staple. You want to know about me? I've always got birds. Bounce me.
There you go, Chris.
I feel like for me to think about this question so much, I don't know. Do I have a definite answer? I was about to say probably because if I could just sail on the seas with my friends and
Would you
act a
want a
fool all
gum
the
mountain
time.
fruit? So like you always have that fear of
I
dying,
get put
or
into the One Piece world, I'm eating a devil fruit. Like,
Oh, 100%.
dropped
Hold
in.
on. Can you swim?
Huh?
Can you swim?
Yes, I can.
Not anymore.
I don't need to.
yeah, I mean,
don't need-
I mean, you sail on the
Luffy
seas.
almost
all the time,
dies, like-
whatever,
Yeah.
I just know
I
how to
got a
swim.
boat. Yep.
every
But I
couple
would
episodes,
too,
you know,
though.
Luffy tries to see if he can swim.
That's right.
He's
Yeah.
at the beginning stages of One
Yeah,
Piece.
so they pushed that hard on me when we first. I would say when we first like started doing this, they talked about One Piece a lot, and I'm like, I just haven't watched it. It's just I'm one of the ones where I'm like, it's just a lot of episodes, man.
It is, but
I was
And-
gonna say I'm so
it's
tired
a
of
fun
hearing
ride.
that. I'm so
I
tired of
mean,
hearing that.
but it's a valid statement
yeah.
because there's no other anime that's that many.
Public service announcement: if you can watch Naruto and DBZ and
Okay,
like all these
hold on,
things,
time out.
then
No,
you can sit
time
down.
out. Time out. I grew up on those, so like watching those, I can say I watched those as I was growing up. I'm not trying to binge 1,100 episodes.
That's fine too, but my other thing is, I mean, granted, I guarantee I know what the argument is for this, but if you can sit there and watch like 20 episodes a day of different animes, you can watch One Piece. You can sit down and just frickin' watch it, but people would probably say, well, that's one plot line versus me getting different ones from different shows. Don't care.
Oh
you
no,
can dedicate
I
it.
don't care. And one thing I like to say about like One Piece, because I loved it, I love it. I took the time to sit down and watch it. I didn't rush through it. I watched all the filler, whatever. When it comes to One Piece, I feel like it's like the only anime that people want to rush through.
Yeah.
To get to the end
Yeah.
to say, I finished it. I've watched it. And it's like, if you're going to get into it, just sit down and get into it. Like, watch it. Get a feel for it. Like, fall in love with it. It's like the only anime that gets hate for how many episodes it has. And it's like the only one that like gets rushed. like I made it to the end, or I can say that I watched all of One Piece, and it's like, wow, what's the
This
point?
is not anime.
If you want to join the club, then join the club.
I will join the club as far as like that's a lot of episodes, but I wouldn't say I'm one to like rush through anime just because like I flip around so much that I don't think I could if I tried to burn through anything.
But you know what? So, like I said, I sat down, I was consistent, I watched it all. Where I am in Egghead right now, I've stopped watching it because they went on hiatus.
Yeah.
I'm not watching it weekly. So when you get to where I am, it's not enough episodes.
True that.
There's not enough. I can promise you that. Like, it's 1100. You sit there, you go.
I'm also going through what you guys brought up earlier, where like it's the original old animation style. So like it
rough in the beginning.
doesn't like I'm watching the story, but it just doesn't look great. And like it's not that the anime is bad or anything like that, but I'm trying to continuously get into this anime that is already large and
Yeah.
for me, like, the fights are cool in certain aspects, but I'm like, this just looks like let me go watch Soul Leveling. That looks incredible. Like, just like let me go.
You can't compare it though.
I know I'm saying animation wise. Like, I think
Yeah.
I'm just over watching the fuzzy stuff. Like, it's just
Honestly, though, appreciate it while you can, because like pre-time skip, One Piece is hilarious. It's so funny. Like, the humor in it is just great. Well, you're still kind of watching it now, so
I'm only on episode 220. So like,
don't say
I'm-
only. That's an accomplishment.
told you.
Oh, don't look at
No,
me.
I insult you.
Yeah, you see that?
No, I'll give you your props where
So,
props
like-
is due, because like you're in it. So
It's a slow grind.
It's
Like
a slow burn.
I can't continuously watch it because I just for whatever reason where I'm at right now I just. So
I will also say,
I'll
though-
watch like 10 or 15 and then I'm past Skype.
Oh,
Are you on Skypea?
he was like, "Get me out of here."
Okay,
Thunder
but
guy
hear
was
me out though.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about
Yeah, Eminem. Yep.
Luffy's song on Skypea? Luffy's song
yeah.
is one of my favorite things of all of One Piece.
Did you get subbed or dubbed?
Oh.
Oh, that does change
I mostly watched it dubbed. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay.
We're dubbed. So like
Yeah, I watched it dubbed because I would mostly like do stuff while I was watching it. I'd be on the treadmill, wash some dishes, do some laundry, whatever. But it was easier to watch, like get through it dubbed.
Okay.
I don't
Okay,
feel like
Matt?
yeah, same. I feel like I used to watch exclusively subbed, and now I'm just like so in my dub era because it's just like I'm so tired all the time, and I don't want to read again. And I wish that I like knew the Japanese language because it's beautiful and it's so epic the way that they deliver lines and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and with Ozokucon, like to be 100% honest, I also like genuinely want to know the work of all these incredible people. You know, especially on the anime side, I know them a
Yeah.
lot from like video games or whatever. But yeah, so I've been watching it.
Well,
dubbed.
Crunchyroll has officially come out and said that more people watch dubbed than subbed. So
It's
the song.
I feel like that's
it depends. I was a sub snob for so long.
Really?
But I
It
was.
was also what was like predominantly what was available.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for so long.
Yeah, I was a snob for a long time, but now I'm like,
That's also
Whatever.
that also pushed people into like having their favorites. Like Naruto, it was when I was watching it on Toonami and stuff, it was dubbed. So like, but then you can catch other episodes and it's not, and you're like, nope, they sound weird or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'm out.
yeah.
So it could back then it deterred you or pushed you towards an anime rather than having both options.
I refused to watch anime for the longest time too, and
because it was
so
subbed.
well, I was just like, why would I watch something where I have to read the subtitles all
like I
all
was taking a
episode? I
test, like-
hated that because I'm really bad at multitasking.
I watch subtitles even
And-
when it's in English. It
Ow.
helps me hear.
Oh really?
I was about to say that's what she did before she watched anime. She watched an English show with English subtitles
I do
down
that.
at the bottom because the volume was too low.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do
but
that.
so once I got into anime, I was just like, nah, I'm not reading while I'm watching, because at least listen, there are psychological, not factors. What's the word I want to use here? I don't know. Evidence where you like
you're gonna
your
get smacked.
no, it's. Your eyes are processing at a different speed than what your ears are processing at. So when you have an English show where you're watching and then listening and then trying to also, they've proven this by you not watching but listening versus watching without sound and just reading the words. And you struggle to remember more of what happens when you're reading the words and watching without sound than when you're not watching but you're listening.
Gotcha.
Just saying.
Reading books aren't good for you. Watch the
No,
movies.
no.
So
what
what
I
I'm
heard. You
hearing
watch
is
the movies, don't read the
watching
book.
a movie with low sound and subtitles does not help.
So I'm gonna smack both of you.
What else you got?
Oh, what?
Go for it,
Did
Cassie.
you? Well, should I move on to the con?
Whatever.
We can talk about the con. So, what brought the con about for you guys?
Whose idea was it?
I mean, it was mine by myself, and I pitched it to you, and I was like, "What do you think about doing this?" You know what I mean? It started at the last YomaCon with. I was walking. It was our lazy Yoma year, and it was Pearl, who's not here. Shout out Pearl.
Shout out to Pearl.
She's like, don't even mention my name. She's
gonna report this podcast.
Yeah. And we were walking around Yoma, and I was like, this would be really fun to do something like this. And she's like, well, count me out. I don't want to be a part of it. And then I remember calling you and yapping it up that one night, and we just were brainstorming and talking and probably started maybe a little bit as a joke to be like, what do you think about
let's
this?
do it.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
you
let's
can do
map
it.
it out.
Whatever.
And then
Let's go.
we're like, okay, like we're actually doing this. I think
How long ago? What like from talking about it and like deciding to do it to like now it's like actually moving forward? You got the place, and how long?
so. It was right after YomaCon of last year.
Oh wow!
So I think
Literally.
we filed.
Oh, wow.
We,
Okay.
We just started like November.
Yeah, I was about
Truly.
to say like November.
The
Oh, you could-
LLC
No
went up
way.
in November.
That's a
Yeah.
quick.
Truly.
Wow.
How does the process start with a con?
Stressing
Like,
out for 3 days and vomiting, and then
Well,
you're
apparently
like, let's
just
do this.
That's top of our resume.
That's pretty
Yapping.
accurate, actually.
Oh, we are Tangent City here. It's bad.
Right.
the more
well,
you yap, the more that
lots
comes
of
out.
just like, I mean, the paperwork side, the legal side wasn't quite as difficult as you might imagine or maybe don't imagine. The more complicated side, I think, was like the venue. Because a lot of places didn't even give us the time of day.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's because of like non-compete agreements or things like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, that like there's not many around, so they're probably like they feel like they are leap of faith type of deal.
Yeah.
But also like with how big this stuff is, I feel
And-
like it's not really that big of a leap anymore.
Right. And technically we're like when we started we're late. You know what I mean? Like we were already late. And so I think maybe running into some like people already had their 2025 booked out and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So so we were like, well, actually, I think it was is it the Huntington Center or TC? What is that place actually called? Where Yoma
It's
is?
Huntington Place now.
Huntington Place.
Oh, in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had reached out to them.
That
and
would have been crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because
It
that's
was
two
kind of a-
stories. You have 2 full floors there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful venue, but at the same time, I think it would have probably been a conflict of interest with
Yoma.
with Yoma being there.
Because originally we were looking at December dates. That's a fun fact. And then we were thinking of like all
Traveling in snow, no thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
actually glad it didn't work out because
Yeah.
it was called like YukiCon originally. We were gonna do snow and winter themed and blah blah blah.
Oh.
Seriously. And then I was like, what about like summer? That just sounds so much better.
Yeah.
To walk around and be warm
Yep.
instead of be
Yes,
freezing, and you can
yes.
wear whatever cosplay you want. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I've done events with the Blue Water Convention Center before, and for the artistic purposes, and I was like, I wonder if they would even like consider this.
Consider
So
Yeah.
we reached out to them, and it was just honestly like divine intervention.
Yeah,
of
things
how,
just lined
no,
up
for
once you
real.
started doing
Like,
it.
Yeah.
Shout out Rachel from the Blue Water Convention Center.
Yeah.
Because she is so amazing. She's been so helpful and so supportive of like the vision. So I think that like once we had that, the rest kind of like
Yeah, you had a
Kind of
place.
fell
You
in
just had to
place.
fill it now with
Yeah,
what you wanted.
yeah.
yeah, and then I guess the next task, which has been my personal favorite thing, has been booking talent. So I've done all of the talent booking except for one, and it's just been a really good experience, like working with the agents and figuring out like who's available and all that kind of stuff. It's been super fun. And then,
Yes, I corroborated on like or collabed on who's coming and what we liked and who we felt would be good for
we
like the
went through, like,
games and then
a
like
bajillion
anime
names.
side. Yeah, because like something that was really important to us was because obviously with Matthew, he's huge into gaming, and then obviously with me, I'm like definitely on the anime side. So we wanted to be like, well, who's done both, and who can we get in the same room? Like, who can we do for a joint panel? You know, like
who's available.
and who is available.
It's crazy to see, like, it makes me like lightly chuckle in a cutesy way to see like in the Discord or whatever, people are like, what about this person? What about that? And I'm like, guys, we already tried. Like, obviously, we went for the top. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we really did. We went for
Alex
everyone.
Lee didn't answer that jerk. Like,
Hey,
so
don't
know
hate.
what we're allowed to say.
Yeah.
I didn't sign anything.
do not. That do not.
Unfortunately, that didn't work out. But he was our final guest for a long time. That was what we had waiting for a long time. We've been waiting to hear back since November, and so I don't know if I'm allowed to say all this, but too late. I already did.
We can edit it out.
Right.
I mean, they won't know, but we sure will.
Just,
You know what?
just for all the viewers, like from the Ozokucon team, genuinely shared interest. Like Alex is our number one.
Oh
my God.
for
That'd be cool.
2026, especially like that.
We wouldn't have done the podcast. We'd been like, we would just sit with him the whole time. Like,
So hear me out. How do you guys feel about Chris Sabat?
We also tried for Chris.
We tried.
Because I tell Ricky all the time, if he gets him out here, yes.
Game over. Yeah.
Tell him
See,
I'm
like-
just talking about him
We tried
yesterday.
for
that
Chris.
was good but
Matt.
bad because my bank account
Yeah.
would just be done.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to go through all of that and just be like,
Yeah, we're actually
Yeah.
thinking about putting out like a how to budget for a Ozokucon, like from now till then.
Oh,
you
that's
know, for
smart.
people, like if you save this amount from your paycheck, and
Yeah.
it just kind of makes it a little bit easier to
Yeah.
digest than thinking about, oh, I got to drop X amount of money. You
Right.
know, yeah.
He's already written up a budget. He's like, these are all the people going. These are all the characters. These are the
Yeah.
pops we have. These are
Yep.
the pops we still need. This is what we're going to be spending roughly. And I'm like,
Yep.
you got it, buddy.
Yeah.
when you guys posted the like banner of officially having all those Demon Slayer people coming, I sent to them. I was like,
Isn't it
so
Yeah.
they have all these guys now.
And My
I'm
Hero,
like,
right? I think
There's-
they were My Hero
there's a couple My
characters.
Heroes.
crazy? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like Coda and Gentle Criminal, I think are the
Yeah.
Forgive
Yeah.
me, My Hero fans, but I feel like they're the biggest of who we have. You know, we
Yeah.
have a lot of like supporting characters.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Gentle, and then one of them is the one of the users of One for All. It's or no, maybe that's. I might
I'll
be
have to pull up
confusing.
the picture. I have it.
I might be
Like
looking
Kudo
at
or
my mouse
something
pad
like
too
that.
much and confusing the two.
So in general, just so they know, how many voice actors in total are you guys looking at?
So
Oh,
there's 31 right now.
Yeah.
We're waiting on 32, and then
Coda,
that's the
General
end.
Criminal.
Okay.
We're waiting on 32. Where
Yeah,
it's
so
out there. We got the clearance. We're just
He's one of the
waiting
he's
on the final
user.
dotted line for
Okay.
it. So that'll be
he's
the
like
end.
fourth user,
Which
or
is
something.
sad because it's been so fun.
It has
It's
been.
been so fun. Not for my wallet, but it's been so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over stimulation station, man.
We are nothing.
I will have to ask, how did you guys come up with Ozokucon? Because like you said, you had another name originally.
Yeah.
So what came up with
interested in
this?
the name?
Yes.
You want me to
So-
chat about that? Or you want to chat about that?
I mean,
Go for it.
we're the last brain cell. So, Ozokucon came from Ozoku, which is royals in Japanese. So we have lovingly dubbed our attendees as our royals. Fun fact also. So when you come to our con, you can know that you will be treated like top tier, and you will be, royalty.
That means we have to be nice.
Why are you looking at me? I can be nice.
What if they say they hate One Piece?
Listen, if I make a face, it's a different story.
She says, I cannot confirm or deny.
Yeah. They're just gonna be like, JoJo sucks.
No.
She's just gonna walk out. What?
No, it's if they hate on Spy Family, that's when
Oh
I go
my God.
crazy. Just
Oh
kidding.
my gosh, who hates on Spy Family?
No one.
Borf.
When did I ever?
He doesn't hate on it. They're just not Spy Family fans, I would say. Like it's his
so
whole I don't hate, but I
cute.
don't like.
It's super
I have said
uber
that
slice of
multiple
life,
times.
so
I
I
love
get
that.
it.
It's
I
very
do.
Disney-esque,
It's
and I
very-
love Disney. So
Well,
if,
My
when
next
people are
statement
Disney
wasn't
fans,
gonna
I tell them to watch
tread
it.
well.
There's
Then
a lot of charm.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
And Damien's
I love
my
it.
boy.
I mean,
love
has
that little
nothing to do
dude.
with the
He
fact that
is
yours
up to no
hot
good.
too. So.
The second son.
Yes, the second son.
I too many times I walk around and I'm like, Pistol was a Simon Sir. Like I do the Anya voice way too often.
I love that.
She made us watch the Spy Family movie last podcast, I think.
Yeah.
She was like, so we got, because she got super excited. The Pops officially got released
Yes,
and
I
stuff.
saw
So,
that.
like,
Yes.
she was all about it. She's like, well, now we got to watch the movie. Like, we
Robbie
don't,
hadn't
but
seen
we're
it yet,
looking-
so
Yeah,
force him to watch it.
It's cute.
I don't hate it. It's just,
cute
like,
too.
we're
not your thing.
action-esque anime. Like, I know what I know that. But, like, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours hot, too, so there's that.
So is Lloydie.
I don't know that you can say that he's hot and call him Lloydie. This is what we do. This is why everything takes 2 hours.
Okay. I know you said you probably like one of your favorite parts is getting the talent for the con. What about you, Rachel? What would you say is your favorite part of like the whole process of the con?
Honestly, let's see, because I do feel like this has like changed my life in so many ways. Like diving into this and learning how to essentially run a business. You know, Matt over here, he's light years ahead of me when it comes to that. So I'm very thankful to have him. But honestly, just learning how to coordinate an event like this and how many things go into it. Like, of course, I love like the nerdy side of everything and like getting the talent and, all the things.
Well-
But really, I would say for me personally, this is definitely a step in the direction that I can learn not only like personally but professionally.
Nice.
How to like jump out there and do something new. Run your own business, man. Like, get
When
out
we
there.
started this, we had no idea. I did one before, but it was like 8 episodes, nothing extravagant. And I think Cassie brought it up that Chris always wanted to do something like this.
We talked about doing a podcast.
And I was like, I got everything already here. So, like, if you wanted to, and
Yeah.
they're like, well, maybe. Well, then
He built
you
the table the next
you can't.
Yeah.
See?
I don't
Love it.
know how to like slowly go into things.
He's full
If-
send.
Yeah, if
0 to
we
100.
see an idea or we talk about something that possibly could happen, you won't know if it's good or not or that it will be a success unless you do it. So, like, you
Trial
want to do a
and error, baby.
podcast? Fine. I already have. I think all we needed really was mics and then the podcast thing.
Yep.
Everything else I already had. So I built the table, and I had a chair. I had foldable chairs, but
Yeah. We bought a
had,
couple
like,
chairs.
couple things, and literally, I think it was like 2 weeks later or whatever. We sat down, figured out a logo, figured out our name, and then we started doing this. And then that was 42 episodes ago.
Yep,
which
Yeah.
was-
42 episodes ago.
We love to hear it.
yeah, I
and it's-
mean, it was literally kind of like what you got, like short conversation.
Snowball.
Yeah, it just, and then you started up.
talk about snowball, because you asked when we got started and it's May and we
Yeah.
started in November.
Yeah.
So
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
so like both of us really have been like catapulted, into this life and into, where we are right now. And had we not just kind of like put the foot forward and was
How
like,
excited
hey,
are you
let's
for
do
those
it.
doors to finally open and just like
Oh.
nerd out for the whole weekend? Like finally enjoy what you've been doing the whole time.
Okay, that's
Oh, did I walk into a question?
Apparently.
kind of.
My bad.
Are you guys going to be able to enjoy the con?
That's such a loaded question.
I think me no.
Dylan, do it.
My
Did you say me no?
Yeah, me no. My personality type is like I feel very host and very like responsible for like things that I put together. So probably not. I'll probably be too anxious. Like I want to cosplay and I want to do all that kind of stuff, but at the same time I feel like I want to ensure that everything runs smoothly, and the team is phenomenal, like with Ricky and Rach and all the volunteers that we have lined up and everything. So I know it'll be fine, but it's just like I'll be too stress core for the whole weekend.
I I have committed to not doing that because I feel like I'm like that too. Like I'm like, but you know, that's why we have the team. So we have to keep telling ourselves like we don't have to do everything. Like you know, it's okay to take a step back and you know not stress about what we don't have to stress about. So I'm going in like I want to enjoy it. Like I've worked way too hard on it not to enjoy it. But definitely it's going to be in the back of my mind like looking around like
is everything going right?
Like monitoring everything. But I will make a conscious decision to enjoy the event.
Well,
What's
like
funny, that's kind of how it is. Like this is total random thing, but I feel like that's how people are with wedding planning, and just like you guys talking about it, it's funny because you always have that type A person that's like, I have to make sure everything's running smoothly, I have to make sure everything's on time, I have to make sure everything's in order, and then
like, everything's gonna be right. She's like,
the other person's like, you know what, I did all the hard work, I'm here to enjoy it, I'm going to enjoy my night, and they always match up and meet together.
Yeah,
I would say with what you guys like, the time frame that you've done and where you're at and how much you've accomplished, and like the fan base you've already created from literally nothing. Like you guys have something special here, I would say, like without a doubt. And I've told you multiple times, like what you guys are doing is unique. Like it's gonna work out. I feel like you guys don't have to stress out.
Thank you.
I mean,
Like, well,
thanks.
Yeah, I'm like literally.
I'm like, thank you.
Yes, I believe that.
I mean,
I love to tour.
like you said, you have a
sorry.
no from the team that you guys have. I mean, you've made the con, you've revamped your logo like during the middle of this, and like now you're. How many voice actors did you say? 31. I keep thinking 27, but I think that was the number for so long it's just stuck in my head. Yeah. So 31 in a year time span, roughly, give or take. Yeah. Right, November. Yeah, so less than a year, and you have 31 voice actors at this giant venue, which looks incredible. The layout's going to be phenomenal. It's just enjoy it, or, you know.
I think what makes me the most nervous is like just from appearances. I don't know that everyone knows this is our first con. Like,
I didn't.
mean, and I'm like, please come with grace and mercy, you know, because sometimes it's a little bit intense with feedback and criticism.
I mean, when we first started talking and I was asking you all these questions, I was like, so how long have you been doing this? He's like, our first one.
Right.
I texted them, I was like, this is our first con, we're making us do this. This is not.
Yeah.
Like, we got nervous, like, oh, this is your first con. This is our first time, not only podcast-wise, but doing anything like that we're going to attempt to do, like a weekend-long podcast or just live,
gonna be so
live
fun.
recording.
So if you need a place to hide, you can always come.
There you go.
When you walk by,
Don't
and I'm
forget
like,
to come
hey,
check
Matt,
on us.
Let's go inside. Just keep walking. Just know we're doing the best we can. Also, if we can't talk after 3 days, we've lost our voices.
There you go. So throat coat, tea all weekend long, honey, and cough drops, and some I can't think of what it's called. Oh, singer spray.
Singer spray?
Never heard of it.
Mm-hmm. It is like every singer's secret weapon, but it's for just like long use of the voice. So like just keep it on the table. It's a spray. It tastes like celery root and nastiness, but
I was about to say it's nasty. Is what it
We've
tastes like.
I mean, we've
It
talked
works.
about doing
You're
like
really selling it.
We wanna
we want to have guests and doing all that, and
Yeah.
like we have an idea of how we want to set things up, but like you just never know. Plus, you never know how many people just are gonna want to talk in general, and like
yeah.
I think you'll get a lot of attendee interaction too.
I'm gonna try and bring this part of the setup just to give you a hint. Like I'm gonna try and bring this so like as they're walking by, it'll say live, and like they'll be able to see themselves at the event as it goes through. Like,
That'll be cool.
It's just gonna
That will be cool.
so much talking. Just
Because we're putting together this week.
yes.
Like kind of like how I've been doing the group posts for
Yeah.
random characters and stuff, because I felt like that helps people really see. You know,
Mhm.
sometimes you don't know,
Yeah, they
and
do
then
really-
you see it
yeah.
together, and you're like, oh my god. We're doing like a Ozoku Press, our journalist team. You know,
Nice.
so we'll feature y'all with everyone else that's
Yeah.
gonna be doing
Hey,
some
cool.
walking around, some hosting panels, some podcasting and just lots of coverage. So
We're
it'll
gonna
be
try
fun.
and walk around. We're also gonna try and meet the voice actors because I don't think we can not do that while they're
Yeah.
there. I will freak out. Like,
He's already shaking the mic.
Yeah, most are signing to like I think 5,
Yeah.
6 is like the cutoff every day. So just
Well, like,
plan accordingly.
most of them are there at least a couple days or all weekend, right?
Almost everyone's there 3 days.
Yeah.
There's about a handful that are only 2
Sweet.
days.
Like, imagine just watching them walk around like, I know that guy.
I know, right?
I know.
That's so and so.
And that's what I'm so excited for, like, because I've been to other cons where the talent does just kind of walk around
Yeah.
and they want to be immersed in, you know, in the experience too, and just see people and kind of be normal for a second.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw in Mark's video that we posted.
There were a couple.
Yeah,
he did a couple for you guys, which was awesome.
He did.
Like,
He said something. He was like, "There's people that I'm gonna be waiting in line myself to be." You know, and I'm like, it's crazy.
Have you seen the voice for Itadori? Like,
Yeah.
he has been hitting so many
yes.
cons and stuff lately, and like.
He
He's a big
nerds out.
Pokemon fan now. He's
that.
been collecting. He's trying to complete a master set of one of them. But like he's doing that. He's shown where like he's gone to other voice actors. So like having that interaction there is
Is that Adam MacArthur?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. I always forget his name.
Yeah.
It's so bad and like.
I was trying to
That baby out there.
Well,
Okay.
like I heard him, but like that last one was a little dramatic.
Yeah, it was a little loud.
Yeah, she's chilling. He's like, I'm in prison.
I have two last questions for you guys.
Let's do it.
The first one is if you, other than the voice actors, and I know you said something about, I forgot the name of the show already.
Rocky Horror.
Yeah, there we go, that one. And laser tag and stuff like that. What else about this con can people do there that'll bring them in?
Cool.
That's a
Yeah.
good question.
It is a good question. You know, I definitely think it'll have like your classic convention things, like lots of panels, both fan run, also some of the voice actors. There'll be lots of various Q&A combinations, which I think will be super appealing to
Yeah.
people. And then some of the cosplay guests that are coming, if you have any interest in that, there's her name is Brooke, and she's doing like a foam crafting workshop. I'm so excited about that because I've always been super fascinated.
Like literally, like the burning. and, like,
Literally.
the-
Yeah.
Really.
yeah, so she's doing a whole like thing about that.
That
We have an unannounced cosplayer, but his name is Spencer, and exclusive announcement. And he's
Yeah.
gonna be doing. So he's like a big fitness cosplayer.
okay.
So he's gonna be doing a panel that's like, you know, like I don't know, training for cosplay, like training your body.
Yeah,
for
how to get the
cosplay.
look
Yeah,
that you-
or depending
that's-
on what character you
Yep,
want to
that's
go
sweet.
for and
That's
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. And then I think apart from that, we have, like you said, laser tag. We've got Rocky Horror going on. We have a rave. We have
Yes.
Forgot about the rave.
That
rave
is
So did I.
definitely what I'm very excited for.
We've got some
Exactly.
other 18 plus stuff like Bad Girl Bingo on
Yes.
Friday night.
Yeah.
We've got a burlesque heels workshop, which my
Mm-hmm.
friend Helena is coming in from California. So it's for beginners, and it's a style of dance in high heels and everything. So it'll
That's
be
cool.
yeah.
There's
and
Yeah.
so much going on.
There
so much going
is.
on. It's a smaller venue, but
Yeah.
there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we definitely have like we also have some family friendly stuff going on too. Like we partnered with a sensory workshop.
Yep.
Oh,
So-
that's really cool.
Yeah, so the kids can like come and make slime and get their hands dirty. And
That's really awesome.
Like if
Like the
parents
first 2 hours
love
of the
that.
con every day are we'll have kid stuff
yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
like
So it's
kid friendly things.
1 hour with shout out the process. They're in
Yes.
Port Huron, and then Port Huron Civic Theater. They're doing acting workshops
Yeah,
and stuff
for
for
the
the kids.
kiddies.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it's important to know that like it's not strictly for adults, but we
Yeah.
do have like some family friendly
Disney
stuff.
pajama movie night on Friday night.
Yes.
Well, Cassie
I
will
will
be
be
there.
there.
Yeah.
The arcade. We keep saying this. Kyle has not told me otherwise as of now. Shout out Kyle and Tony with
Shout out to
Wadoka
Kyle
and
and
Sisterhood
Tony.
Classics. But the arcade, as of right now, is 24
It's
hours.
24 hours, y'all.
24 hours.
Really?
Yep.
That's really cool.
So you'll be able to veg out and just chill and
Yeah.
hang out. In that realm, there's also obviously like the exhibitor hall, so do some shopping and
Yeah, the
look
Artist
around.
Alley Dealer's Den is going to be. It's going to be where I.
How
I
many
definitely
vendors
wanna
do you
hang out.
guys did you guys end up having? Because I know like you got. Excuse me. Nope. Sorry.
Excuse me.
So like I'm trying to like picture the layout last time I looked at it. So like you have a vendor hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many vendors did you end up like? Because it's full. So how many? What's the number that
I think there's 80.
Yeah, 80.
Yeah, I think there's 80.
are like spread out? Are there? What is the word I'm looking for? It's just like all not random things, but like all different, like kind of is it like,
Predominantly, you know. So like basically, when you walk into the exhibitor hall, it'll horseshoe with talent, and then tons of artists. So like random fandoms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then honestly, the vendors are a pretty good variety. I mean, lots of like Funko Pop people, of course. There's like bead stuff. There's what?
Look straight at him.
I know, right? Lots.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I know, right?
There's like original artists there, like people that are selling. I don't even know what they're called.
Just random things.
It's a whole bunch of
There's
stuff,
a whole lot of
I
stuff.
mean, 80's a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
80's, especially with what you guys already have going on, having the art alley,
Artist Alley.
Artist
Thank
Alley.
you. Oh my god. So many names. With all that, like, just it's gonna be 3 days of just
We have the
full
ribbon
packs.
game.
Yeah, the
Jordan's
ribbon
going to
game
be there with
too.
the ribbon game, if you guys are familiar with that at all.
Ribbon game.
So the
We both just light up about the ribbon game.
I think I've seen something about this on
Okay,
TikTok.
well, okay,
Yes.
well, let them tell it.
I am.
I don't know what it is.
details. I'm just excited to know somewhat.
So think like Mario Party mini games, right? And so the ribbon game is essentially like little ribbons that have an adhesive strip, and when you complete a task,
you line them up.
yes, you add it to your badge. So like it literally
Yeah,
will
just
hang
like-
down from your
Yeah.
Oh, really?
badge. And so Jordan is coming with a table and will be running like the tabletop games, and they're like children's games. So it's like the fishing game where you like put the magnetic, and
Yeah.
it's like you
Yeah.
got to catch 3 in like 30 seconds. So like minute to win it, kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
minute to
Yeah.
win it.
Cool.
And then in addition to that, there will be different ways to acquire ribbons on side quests. So like buying from certain vendors or completing like unknown tasks around the space and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like a super like for breaking that fourth wall, I feel like
Yeah,
experience
like getting
to
into it.
getting into it.
It's
And
gonna be
then
so fun.
we have outdoor stuff too. I forgot about this. We're doing a 3-point shoot off contest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We're
Come
working on a special prize for that as well. But we don't have details, so I don't want to tease
Oh,
it.
I mean, you can tell. When I hit end, you can tell.
we will.
You guys can't.
We'll drop it.
Yeah.
And then just tons of like lawn games. So like the volleyball will be set up. We're getting a
Yes.
9. What's that called? I said it the other day. 9 square. Have you ever heard of 9
Oh, yeah.
square?
Yes.
Yeah. So a 9
Oh my
square rig.
God.
It's like volleyball meets 4 square, and there's
Have you ever seen
9
it?
sections, and so you hit the ball like up and over.
Okay.
Ladder ball. Just like
Yeah.
we have the.
You
car
said
thing.
Foursquare, and like I had memories unlocked where like it got violent.
Are you using like actual volleyball, or is it like a? Because I've seen it with like an exercise ball type size.
I think
ball.
it's a
Oh my
giant
God,
ball.
like
a Okay. meta-
Yeah, just to make it more crazy and screaming and laughing and everybody.
so much fun.
Yeah, getting wild.
So many things.
You guys are making it hard to want to do the podcast.
Yeah, like-
I just wanna walk around.
We're so
listen,
excited to be
just
there to not do
Have a
what you want us to
schedule.
do.
You don't have to do. You don't have to be doing it the whole time. Like you guys enjoy.
I'm trying to
gotta
figure
enjoy
out a
I'm
it.
gonna
way
tell them
to
I'm
where
gonna
we
be
can-
walking around
you go.
doing the podcast.
And then we just announced the You Are a Voice Actor thing
I
coming.
saw
I saw that.
Yeah, so they're gonna be set up like in a private room. So
Can't wait for them to tell me to leave.
Yeah, right. No, Rachel.
You should not
yet
be here.
another the triad of Rachels. We have this Rachel, we have Blue Water Convention Center Rachel, and we have Rachel with You're a Voice Actor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is so awesome and is so excited. So that's going to be really fun, I think, for attendees. And then, exclusive drop right here on the podcast. Speaking of voice acting stuff, if you're into that, exclusive to Platinum Pass holders, Cassandra Lee is doing a 1-hour voice acting workshop with attendees. So
That's
you'll be
awesome.
able to read in front of the Queen and get some feedback.
Watch her
and
face go.
looking cool, Joker. Yeah. So
The eye twitch. Like,
yeah.
Where's Rob? He's over there.
Yeah, right.
Are we sure we're not going to see you there the whole time?
With Cassandra?
Yeah.
So actually, fun fact, she wants some of the Mentor Vox, her program alumni, to be involved. So I will be involved.
That's so, that's so cool.
I'm gonna be so stressed out the whole time.
Yeah. So she's gonna be there, and there's so many so many of the voice actors are just really, really nice people. So I don't
We're very
know all
excited.
of them, but I've gotten to interact with
We
a few of
cannot
them.
wait for this. Like
Yeah.
we are very excited to, especially with all that. Like some of the stuff that you guys said today, we didn't like I didn't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So like
It's
so
just
much
fun.
going on.
Like we just want it to be a chill weekend, like you
Yeah.
know, where you can really kind of experience this the way that you want. We understand that some people are purely coming for signatures, and that's their thing, and they're gonna
Yeah.
just stand in line, and that's great. Like that's what we hope.
Are you guys
for.
putting like a limit? Are you like with how long? Or I understand like it's a 3-day event, but like, are you guys gonna try and limit anything like to make sure the line keeps moving? Not everyone's just sitting in front of someone for a period of time, so
hour
everyone
with
gets to
100
kind of
things
like
for them to sign.
meet who they
Oh, I
show
see
up
what
to
you're
see.
saying. I see what you're saying. I think pretty like standard rules, you know, in terms of like what you can bring and what you can get in front of them. Ricky is predominantly handling like the exhibitor hall, so
Shout out to Ricky.
yeah, shout out to Ricky, and his team with like the talent handling and everything. So
Yeah.
we'll make sure that the lines are bumping and getting everybody through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his specialty.
I was just curious because like we've gone to ones where like people were pretty decent, and then we've gone to ones where we're like, that dude has a bigger toe. Like I am one of those guys where I never.
20 plus things.
Okay, no, I wouldn't say 20 plus.
He
Like,
said, "Shut the
I-
mouth, Dave."
Oh yeah, like I have like a little roller tote that will
saw it
fit
at the mall.
like 6 to 8. I would say that's really the max, and sometimes that's both of what we have. But like then there's some people that walk in, they got like a roller cart, and you're like, all right, we're gonna be here a while. So I didn't know. I was just curious if like there was a limit to try and make sure everyone gets the good experience and gets to see who they're showing up to
Right.
see.
I think the most important thing with that is be courteous, man. Like,
100%.
yeah, be courteous of who's around you, and like you want people to have a good experience. So don't be a hog.
Yeah, thankfully it is 3 days though, so like
That's just it. And like with most of them being there all 3 days,
you can break it up.
you should be perfectly fine. I was just curious because as much as you say be courteous, you know there will people be like,
Yeah.
well, I came here for literally just him, and I have 40 pops that I need him to sign.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're like, great, choose.
okay,
Just kidding, yeah.
your price doubled. Enjoy.
Yeah, right. So,
Do-
yeah, the final question realistically was, are you guys excited?
I am excited. You
Yeah.
know, I'm like, obviously there's like so many nerves for like sales and stuff, and you know, just to like be super transparent, we had like the wah 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 when we saw that like Matsuri-con was the same weekend, so we're kind of like, ugh, you know,
Yeah.
love them, great con. Wish we had planned that a little differently. But overall, like I think my heart going into this, telling the team was like, I specifically want to create something that someone who does not like anime or is not drawn into this will find something that
Exactly.
they connect with.
Yeah.
That was
Exactly.
my heart going into it. So trying to pull in, you know, how do we make Youmacon and Comic-Con and Motor City and just
Yeah, the best of all three, and
and just
make it
keep
your
finding
own.
answers. That's like, well, I don't like this. Okay, but what about laser tag? What about
Rocky Horror
basketball?
laser
What
tag,
about,
where-
you know,
Yeah.
food? Everyone likes food. There's food trucks. There's a restaurant in
Oh,
the
I
venue.
meant to ask about that.
Yeah, so it's like,
foodie.
yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. We got
I mean,
some
we're
food trucks lined
we're
up.
gonna be eating.
We're gonna
so
be
like
eating,
we're gonna
yeah.
be eating. What food are you guys having there? Like you said, food trucks are like taco. Like is it walk around food? Is it like
It's a good mix of everything.
Yeah, it's a
truly.
good variety.
Yep.
Cool.
And then, like I said, there is a restaurant. It's called Freighters inside of the convention center.
Oh, I didn't know.
And it's also
Okay.
a bar, so they're open a little. They're extending their hours.
Yeah,
for
for
us.
us.
Yeah. So it'll be fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Rachel?
I was gonna say you didn't. You're
I was
trying to
gonna
dodge
say.
it. I feel like
He's like, no.
not
No,
happening.
I am excited. And as a con goer, I love to go to cons. I've been going to cons now for over 10 years. So to go to my own, come on
That is
now.
cool.
Like I'm super excited. You know, I have like my shakes about it and my jitters, but honestly, like I have been in this community for a long time. So like with us like kind of bringing our worlds together with like it's not just about anime, it's not just about gaming, but honestly like the community that I've witnessed and
Yeah.
like I've seen, it's just gonna be like such good vibes, and I'm really excited to just bring it all together. But I am excited though to answer the
I can't
question.
imagine the relief after the fact. I was just being like,
We did that.
Yeah, we did
it's
it.
done.
The crazy thing
But
about
cool.
you saying that truly is I just Rachel kind of just said the same thing, and I was like, We have already started on 2026.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, do you guys
Details.
already have a list going of like what you want to
We
do
already have
better
confirmed
or
Yeah,
voice
we-
what you
we
want to do
already-
next time?
We already have been working on 2026, so stay tuned.
We have some.
Okay, we'll put our hat into the ring. No.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, for sure. So it's like yes in one sense, but it's like, oh God, is this about to be the life where there's overlap and it never really ends and it kind of just keeps going? Good, because
I was
love
gonna
to stay
say that's
busy.
kind of the goal.
Oh, I couldn't tell if like you were ending that with like a or like a I'm ready for this.
as long
to
as
be,
it goes well.
Yeah.
If it goes
Yeah.
well, then
It's
we're
gonna,
good.
it's
Then
gonna
it's
go.
kind of like
you know?
we did it,
I
and now
literally
it's
have
time
no
to
doubt.
do it again.
Like
What's
no fear in my
insane-
mind about this for you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I think it's just what's insane to me is seeing our Instagram have 2,000 followers.
Yeah.
And like one of our good friends.
When your Discord's getting bigger now too.
know.
Like
it is.
I remember when like they just started.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Yeah, like everything's starting to pop off. Facebook, your Discord,
It's
the
just
Instagram.
wild though. Like
You got content creators on YouTube calling you guys out.
yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shouting us out.
You were close.
See, this is what's gonna
Fam.
happen. This is just gonna how this
It's
is
all
how the
good.
weekend's
Yeah.
gonna go.
We keep it real.
Bleh.
We
But
do.
Good. I have no more questions. You got anything?
I don't think so. I feel like we've covered it pretty much. Guys excited for the event. You have so much going on.
We do have another pop-up event before the big
Oh, do
event.
you?
We do.
What
We're going back to Oakland.
Okay.
It's the second weekend in July, and Ricky, don't watch right now. Last time was told. Okay, so don't.
Is it the same setup or same thing that you guys just
It's a similar
did?
vibe. We're hoping to expand it a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
So y'all better be there.
Maybe
but-
air conditioning?
oh God, help! that is
Listen.
above my pay grade.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, but I'll tell you
what
who
was
was the
funny is
first
the
to complain.
mall people kept walking in. It was like, we turned the AC on. I was like, okay, cool, thank you. And then they'd leave, and I'm like, I think they just lied to us.
Listen,
Remember, because I saw you and you're like, listen, A, C, A. I'm like, I'm going to try,
Especially
but
'cause,
I don't
like,
know what
I'm
I
a
can do.
diva.
I wasn't
so-
trying to like be that guy, but I was in the back corner and like there
Yeah.
was no air movement,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
That is no
It was
exaggeration
crazy.
either.
Yeah.
it was warm. It was warm.
What I've been told
Da-da-da-da.
is that
Do I need to press N first? Or?
you probably should. Should I tell you this off camera?
Do
And
the
thank you
feet
for
for
coming.
or like the feet walking.
That would be hilarious. We need to record one of us just walking away.
I'll save it for off camera.
Okay, all
I'll
right.
save it for off camera.
All right.
That's well. Then that concludes our
Yeah, I think that's
episode.
it. Do you guys have any questions for us? We've butchered you guys, or not butchered. We've bombarded you guys. Yeah, we've bombarded you guys with questions. Any on the other side? Like, you guys got any questions?
How much fun did you guys have today with us? Was it scale of
First
1
guy-
to 10?
we've been
Robbie laughed, so I think that's a win.
We've been talking about guests for
Since the beginning.
A year.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I would say at the beginning we've always wanted guests, and we've talked about it, but our previous setup, like I would say our table came out to here and I had the PC over here. We just didn't
Yeah.
have the space or the access to do so. So like when it got to the point where Cassie was like, I'm gonna buy these couches, and like no one's gonna have anything to say. They're just gonna show up and we're gonna do it.
There you go.
Literally,
And at one point, she literally she texted in our group chat and was like, "I bought the couches, and
I
they're
was
being
getting
shipped to
mad.
your house. They're being shipped to your house, and they'll be here Tuesday. Be ready." Like, okay.
And then that entire week it was delivered. I was like, "Did you set it up? How did they look?"
They sat in my hallway
going
down there all weekend because I was like,
He's like, "I'm not touching up."
I had to tear everything down, and like this might look pretty decent. The other room is not great.
We don't talk about that.
The table's apart in pieces, but like to finally get here and have you, especially you guys as the first guest, like it was.
Thank you.
I've had a great time, and I've hoped
It is much
it's the same on the
appreciated.
other
It's
side.
been so great
Nice.
sitting and yapping with y'all.
Certified yappers.
Yeah.
Chris was the first one that we met, like we already talked about. And when
Yeah,
he walked
sorry about
away, no.
He's the cool one.
Remember?
I mean,
When he walked away, we all were like, he seemed really cool.
Yeah.
Like we were, and then we
oh,
looked
well,
you
now
up.
he's not going to be able to live this down.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Boom. Yeah. But yeah, like so we watched some of your guys' stuff and we were like, this seems like you know,
A
like
vibe.
yeah, a vibe for sure. And then just chatting and everything, we're like, you think we could be like, you know, industry friends, you know?
When you gave him the card and he talked to us about it, and he's like, yeah, they said to reach out. I texted him that night. I was like, do I reach out? And he's like, wait a couple days. I was like, I can't. Like we said before, I full send things. Like, I can't not know if this is going to create something or not.
And Chris is the laid back one. Like, meeting you guys, I'm pretty sure he walked back and was like, hey, I got this, guys, and just handed it to us.
It
And
was
we were
very
like, what
nonchalant.
is
Like,
it?
someone handed us the card. Like,
And I'm that person that's like, who were they? What do they look like? Should we go talk to them? Should
Yeah.
we hit them
my
up right
brain
now?
went to,
And
okay,
he's
how do we
like,
make this? How do we not look like
no.
fools? What do we need to do for the podcast to make this a
We're
thing?
so chill too. Like I think, you know, like I don't know. It's just one of the things with Ozokucon in general is we had talked about like going to different conventions and not necessarily knowing the face or like the leadership of the convention.
Yeah.
And I get it if you're like a huge thing or if you have a multi-city thing going on, you're not
Yeah.
gonna be at everything. I get it. But I know for us, like we are so people focused and have such a heart for like humanity that we wanted to be in it.
We
you know,
want to
like
be
we
in the
wanna,
trenches
yeah,
with y'all.
we wanna-
Yeah, you want to be involved. You
We
don't want to
do.
be
Yeah.
the point. Go do this. You want to
Correct.
be in there doing it.
Right.
cosplaying with everybody and
Yep.
you
Yeah.
know
That's
just like
cool.
trying to not show on my face how stressed I am while I'm there. Right. So
It's fine.
That's why you wear
When
a
get
cosplay with a
stressed, we'll have,
mask.
like,
there you go.
we'll have like a little dark little sound booth curtain where you can walk by and be like, ah, and then
Scream,
walk
yeah.
back out and then be like perfectly fine for everybody.
Have you seen the TikTok trend where people they say it's a soundproof
Yes,
room and they're
I knew you were
we're
gonna
gonna
say
do that
that.
to you?
Nope. Rachel,
do
Completely
it there.
soundproof. Completely soundproof. Don't worry about it. Ah! I'll just
Rachel
have,
said that there's a couple lines for the workshop thing if you like go to do that involves screaming.
Perfect.
And I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
So I was like, I might stop by.
walk by. I need to do those lines again.
Right,
this
right.
is your fourth time. I need to do
just
it.
need
Do it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
But
guys
yeah,
very, very
no,
much.
I think
Yes,
I
thank
think
you.
we've took up enough. Man, my word.
Of your time.
But we appreciate you guys coming here, even the hour drive to do so. That
It was
was
worth
not
it.
did not
was.
know that. Also, to end on a little thing, this will be my first con ever that I go to. So
Hey!
like yeah.
So excited!
I was trying to get to that, but like we're all talking.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
So
okay.
this will be Fandom Fusion's first con
Yes.
ever in general, and to be a part of.
Oh my God.
So
that is so stinking cool,
and you get to
guys.
experience it together. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
and we
That
get
is
to
so
be
stinking
in.
cool.
Well, hopefully it
the pit.
will not be
We're
a
not only
terrible-
get to enjoy it, but like you said,
Right.
we'll be involved in it, which will be an experience.
What
this
an
was
honor,
awesome.
man! Like to be your guys' first stinking con. Oh my gosh!
I told them like whenever we've talked, it's like we appreciate you guys, and I'm like, these guys are out. They don't know that we're appreciating
Yeah.
this more than they are. Like
No.
you're like, oh, you can talk about us whenever. Do you
Every week?
like
Yeah.
yeah? Well, but like.
Lifetime
we
partners.
really
Yeah.
we're gaining from you guys more than you are from us. Like it was just
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been a fun ride, and
Don't be
like
silly.
the fun for August is going to be.
It's gonna be so fun.
Gonna
Yeah,
have a
it
good
really
time.
is,
It is.
guys. Like it is. It's gonna
We
be
hope
so
you guys
good.
stop by the booth when we're ranting, and
I'm not gonna have to stop you two from going to all the fun stuff.
I'm gonna have to
It's
figure
like,
out a
I'm
way
here
for
again
us
by
to like.
myself.
This is gonna be in
To
laser tag for
mobile-
the
yeah.
fourth time in the
Fandom,
hour.
no fusion,
Yeah.
just Cassie.
Yeah, we'll just see you guys.
Just-
Are you stressed? Here, talk to Cassie, and then we'll go by.
You know, I'll be in the booth too.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
needed someone to just randomly scream, got you.
We need to figure out how to like mobile stream to different ones. So like while you're sitting there, like I don't know where they went. We're over there, like, hey, where's the
You know what? You should get those little body cams and walk around all day and
GoPro
do
it
the
up?
in
That's actually an
the
idea.
in the
Like,
life
that's-
of the
I don't
con
know.
runner.
Can
That'd
you?
be fun.
Those are tangents afterwards.
It would just be funny though to get Matt
'Cause,
going
like,
in the
to
booth
multi-stream
7 times
to one
just do a
platform on
screaming
Twitch to like
scene.
to have different views, different. I don't know technology. I will look into it. But all right, more tangents. See, this is terrible. Final question for me: Marvel, DC.
Marvel.
Okay. I'll ask my question afterwards. Thank you guys for coming in.
Yes, thank you guys. It was,
Thank you.
An honor to have you guys.
Yeah, it was great. So happy you guys showed up. Thanks.
Later, taters.
I wasn't clicking it yet. All right.
I was ready.
No, I was trying to move the
For a
mouse
fun
on
fact,
my.
he cuts me off because he hates that I say later taters. But
I
I've made it a thing at the end of every episode.
It happened one time where it cut her off. It was an accident. We hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming again. We'll see you guys at the
Later,
next one.
taters.
Come join the journey, pull up a seat. Fandoms unite.